I was too early.
Not too early for that one. I hit the button just before you said you were too early. But hello, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. We are waiting on two of our party members, so we are just shooting the breeze.
And you
Uh,
can't mention polyps again this early.
yeah, it's a little early in the session. We already did that last session. But
It's true.
while we wait, I will say, hey, feel free to swing by and hang out with us on the Discord. So we'll throw that link out there. We've got a couple of community games that are going. We are doing the Temple of Elemental Evil, the Goodman Games early release that we got access to. And I believe there was still a spot available as of last I looked for the Friday game. Though I threw my name in the ring as a volunteer to play in that one if the spots fill up, but I've been taking an awful lot of those spots because I'm greedy and I like playing. So, yeah.
I'm in that one,
Yes,
so chaos will reign.
indeed.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Speaking of the Lord of Chaos,
Mm-hmm.
I got to see production stills from the new Wheel of Time. Well, I like not me personally; they were on the internet, but
Ooh.
from the new Wheel of Time TV show. So I was kind of excited to see those.
I am a big fan of the first 30 books of that series, but I'm not sure I really found the 31st and 34th books appealing. Now, how many did that end up being?
Didn't it ended up being 14, and I didn't
14.
read the last 3, and I don't care.
Uh,
Dusty read them all. She told me what happened. I was like, I can't be bothered. It's too much.
It's too
But
much.
I really love the first 6. So
No.
I got through. Oh, and, just as a heads up, we are streaming the audio. They can hear us, but we haven't
Oh,
popped a
good.
video up. So if you're gonna throw any shade at Wheel of
Can you hear
Time,
me?
yep, we can hear you. If you're gonna throw shade at Wheel of Time,
Oh,
just be know.
you bet I am.
Has to be
I
expected.
mean, I started reading that, the first when the first book was first published, and by
Me
the
too.
time I got to the 5th book, I was like, how many pages does it take a person to walk across a room? It just seemed like endless description.
It takes slightly longer than it takes for somebody to cross their arms underneath their breasts and sniff loudly to indicate their disapproval,
That's truly, truly the
which
case.
was the overused phrase that he had for any time someone was pissed off with somebody.
That is true. And if I had to, I don't know. It's just sort of like I got so far into the heads of the women in this that I just, all of the interesting stuff that could be happening with all of these different people interacting with each other, and we are stuck in a tent. Why are we stuck in a tent? So anyway, that's why I understand the larger arc of the story is probably something I'll want to go back to at some time. But I think it makes a better movie than it does a book.
I think it's going to be a great TV show
Yeah.
for the first season or 2, and then it'll probably be crap.
Yep. So now I'm going to wait for all of the commentary about all of this commentary to come our way.
Oh, it'll be
But
fine.
it'll be fine.
Everybody understands that everybody has opinions and that we should share them in a polite and reasonable fashion on the internet.
I
That's
ain't
been
reading.
my
I'm not a
experience on
nerd.
the internet.
Well, we're not on the internet per se. Internet's like
What are you?
facilitating.
On Twitch.
I'm at a website that has our audio coming through. I think we're on the internet.
It may qualify for internet. I mean, it is a subsection of the internet in its own special way. But
Yes, but yes. So the internet is like the water, and we're in a different boat.
We're on a www. We're on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with a lawyer about this because you will be right and I will be wrong.
We are a .tv, not a .com, though. I mean, I guess
we're a .something.
We're a .something. Hey, Homebrew Cafe! Thanks for joining in.
I am going to wait to hear from
it's the United States internet.
We are gathering our players. We are still one short at the moment, but while we are discussing our opinions regarding what constitutes the internet, and also the upcoming Wheel of Time series. So if anybody out there has any opinions on Wheel of Time and want to throw them out there, now's the time. While I try and figure out where the button is to change the title on the channel, because it is hiding from me. It is not where it used to be, or where I remember it to be. Moderation settings, that seems like a good spot. Stream manager,
I
yeah.
think.
Ooh,
Go ahead
okay.
and
I have
plug
yet to
this
log
in.
into the game.
Oh, we want to get in the game.
Well, we
In
do
the
that
game.
too.
Get in the
Get
game.
in the game.
Edit stream info, that seems... Oh, there we are. Hi, Casey, that's where it is. And we're going to do Tyranny of Dragons. We're going to do... what did I call this
They
one?
are tyrannical, you know?
They do some stuff. D and D. 5E.
It says we're playing Temple of Elemental Evil.
It shouldn't
And
anymore.
apparently, I haven't it just changed. And I apparently need to resubscribe.
The subscription
Oh,
has lapsed.
My God. It's too much.
What are we going
But
to
I
do with him?
normally use my my Amazon.
You might have to wait till the end of the day because they're very pushy about
Yeah.
that. They're like, yeah, we're going to let you fail for 6 hours and not let you just auto resubscribe.
Yeah.
How dare they?
They want their money.
Well, hang on. I could gift you a sub.
Well,
but I don't
no,
want
no,
to
no,
do
no.
that.
Don't give me a sub. I don't pay for a sub for me so that I can gift some randomly through the month.
Oh, you know what? I need to get Potato, when you get a chance, could you shoot me over the two images for the little thistle that talks? I just realized
Yeah.
when we've got our videos blanked out, I don't have anything that blinkies for me. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I probably need to redraw it, but actually, yeah, I think
Hey,
I have
Paul,
them.
see what
Yeah.
what I got today?
Ooh.
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
What
wait.
is it?
Is that an animation
Ooh.
cell?
Machina.
It is.
That is
Wow.
awesome.
Oh, and it's a good cell too.
Yeah.
That's clean. It's a cell, but it's clean.
So is that a birthday gift? Oh, look at that.
No, it's
Nice.
my loot from backing the Kickstarter.
Nice.
Ah.
That's
I also got
cool.
a set of playing cards and a set of dice and a beanie.
A beanie.
I'm not gonna wear the beanie because it's 90 degrees and humid as shit. So
It will
Speaking
mess
of
up Show's hair anyway.
God
Yeah,
damn
true.
Iowa.
Speaking of dice, my some of my feeds have been popping up showing me the pretty extra life dice that are coming. So
oh
look
yeah.
forward to
Oh, great.
our next
Well,
extra life session.
I backed the last Wormwood Dispel Dice Kickstarter.
Hmm.
So I think I have expended my dice budget for the next like 10 years.
Well, technically, this would not be dice budget. This qualifies as charity. So
Oh yeah, I've got a big charity budget.
so as long as we got a charity budget that you end up with dice, I mean
There you go.
that's okay.
Those are two different things.
Those are.
Oh, I went a little overboard on the Wormwood Dispel Dice Kickstarter. But their stuff is so pretty.
I like pretty.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I sure did need more Wormwood stuff. No, I don't.
You do.
I bought it anyway.
Well, I have had to explain that charitable giving of the level of which I have engaged in around extra life is totally justified by the cause, and pointed out that it was certainly more effective than the non-charitable giving to fantasy league football.
Fair.
But that was all in good humor. It was not serious. We had that discussion.
No, I my basic turnaround there is at the grocery store where they're always like, "Hey, do you want to round up for charity?" Like, nah, I want charity that gives me dice back. So
Mm.
I need
I
that
want something
75
out of my
cents.
charity.
First of all, you're cool and all, but you're
Charity
just,
begins at home.
I mean, at home, in the grocery store,
Yeah.
and every other place where I pull out my credit card and they're like, "Would you like to do this?" And I'm like, "Nah."
I have a new wormwood dice thing coming that's in this beautiful purple and has Scenario Volpez engraved on the side.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's so pretty, and I spent way too much money.
Yeah, I just have nice friends who send me nice dice.
But it was a limited time
Oh, those
offer.
are nice.
Yeah, my friend Cheyenne, I think may have had something to do with the engineering of them. And then
What
some
are
of them,
they? Like,
they're
because
dice.
they're the colors. I use these colors.
They're like that.
You can
Yeah,
see.
those are pretty.
Yeah, color light.
Chiquito!
All right.
Audio is connected, so people can hear us if you start cursing.
Awesome.
Here's these.
We're sharing opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
They're dangerous opinions, so watch out.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, so you know what?
Oh.
I'm gonna
Mine to
flip over
myself.
the video here. So now people can see us and the cool dice that are being held up.
Hello.
And
Even
they
though I
are
haven't
pretty.
rolled a physical die in probably 4 or 5 years now.
Nice.
Oh wow.
So I mean,
I am very thankful that I've been able to roll physical dice in the recent history.
yeah, but that's okay.
too.
I've got
I have
virtual
them
dice.
spread all over my desk because I roll them every Saturday in Ike's game.
All right, so let's get some stuff organized here.
That's
Let's
right.
get dish back over y'all. And let's check to make sure that the stream is showing the right screen. Awesome. We see the party. We see big flying dinosaur. We've got 5 party members, not 4. Sorry, 5 party members. There's an extra flying dinosaur or an extra party member. Where's Chiquito? Chiquito should be hiding off screen, because Chiquito is currently a flying dinosaur. And
This all checks out.
Yeah. There is a beholderkin still floating around? Yes. Okay.
There should be.
And it has been roughly 20 minutes to a half an hour, I believe, since the party entered the maze that surrounds Zonthal's tower. The party spent 5-10 minutes walking along a hedge maze. The hedges to either side about 8 foot tall. They've done some experimenting flying up above those hedges. When they do, they realize that the hedges seem to go on endlessly forever. And Chiquito, who was doing the flying at that point, got a real strong sense if they lost track of where the party is, they might not be able to find them again without going through the maze from the beginning. It seems that if you're more than about 15 feet away or around the corner, things tend to get a little shifty for magic and such. The party initially arrived at what seems a central point of the maze, a sundial, the gnomon of which cast a shadow in a direction we decided to call north. They followed that shadow and arrived, after a bit of time, at another sundial, this one with a shadow that pointed north and a new shadow that pointed to the east. The party tried to follow the shadow to the east, but was not rewarded with a new sundial and shadow combination. Instead, they found a big pool of water and several choles inside. Battle ensued. The party was victorious. They retrieved a gem whose function was to allow them to leave, and as they left the area of the pool, they heard a little "job's done," and the gem disappeared. The party then found itself back at the sundial, with a shadow pointing to the north and a shadow pointing to the east. And that's where we're going to be picking back up. Questions, comments, concerns, things I should know about from the party? And thanks for the cheers,
What
everybody.
happens when I go over and kick over the sundial?
You hurt your toe because it's actually fairly secure as it is. You did discover earlier that the sundial is more of a cap on a pipe, and you can lift it up like a big old table piece, but trying to kick it over, that'll bruise your toes.
I'm
Uh,
kicking the top off of it.
Okay, you could definitely pop the top off of it. It whoop, whoop, and falls down. And it seems like Yaz is politely raising their hand. Yaz?
Yes. If we ask nicely, do we finish the maze? Like, can knock knock let me in, please? Will it
Uh,
let us in?
Attempts to knock knock, let me in, please, have no effect on either the sundial or the hedge maze as you see it. Some efforts to solve the maze in traditional manner have also been made, carving marks in the dirt. I believe some caltrops that were very shiny were left behind in lieu of breadcrumbs. There
Ball
might
Ball
bearings.
bearings.
ball bearings, shiny ball bearings.
I
Uh,
now have under 3,000.
there, there was some
Shiny
untwisting of hempen rope.
balls.
But these methods seem to be fairly handily defeated by the magics of the maze, giving you a bit of a headache when you try and sort it out. You know, going one way, there's one track. Coming back again, there's now two. Going back the other way, it's back down to one again. It's just toying with you. Perhaps little people that live under the stone pop up, turn the stones around, or flip them over, and then duck back down, a la Labyrinth.
Gosh
Um,
dang it, David Bowie.
Hello.
Hello. But
Hell of a cod piece.
No, I said hello.
that was enough. Um, and what's the party doing as they arrive back at the sundial?
Angrily kicking the top off of it.
After angrily kicking the top off of it.
Knocking against the hedge and asking, hello, let me in.
No response from the hedge.
All right, cool.
We tried nothing and we're all out of ideas, man.
Uh, as we mentioned before, once the cap is knocked off the sundial, there is a bit of a sort of a well. It goes down a little ways, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 feet, and then there's just a nothing. You did play with the nothing a little bit using your rope, and if you hang on to something and kind of lower it towards the nothing retreats. If you drop something free falling into the nothing just swallows it up with a little bit of a blorp sound that sounded eerily like the sounds that you get from the Hadar spell.
We
From
we
the
have
Hadar.
we
Sorry.
have. I'm sorry. I just had this possibly really bad idea, but we have a rope and we could probably add ropes together, and we have a beholderkin that actually doesn't fall but can probably go down there, but perhaps
He does
Well,
hover.
last time we did all sorts of things with lights and shit in there and it didn't get us anywhere.
it's got to do something.
I don't think it does have to do shit.
I think it's just the end of the world. Not
Show.
gonna
It's
lie.
a chair. And this chair.
I'm
Sometimes
frustrated. We are going along and it just leads us back to where we already were.
That's
And
usually
then there's a big fight and it doesn't get us anywhere. And then we go back to where we started. It's a waste of time and I hate it.
sometimes the edge of the world is just the edge of the world. I don't know what to tell you.
Show has
That
correctly
would at least
assessed
be a place.
how mazes work. It's a waste of time and you get nowhere. But what are you doing while you're in nowhere? Oh,
I'm gonna kick the sundial again.
and for the audience's benefit, I apologize. I forgot the thing that's the little bit of the ticking clock. A traitor to the cult has offered to give the blue dragon mask to the party if they are able to help him escape. The party did see him waving the dragon mask, calling out, saying where to meet him, a little bit of a scuffle, and a different cultist getting lobbed out from the balcony to smash to the ground near the tower base. So possibly there is a traitorous cultist wanting to be your friend somewhere inside this tower.
He's dead.
Of course, you want the traitor to be your friend.
I was gonna say the best friends are traitors.
Redeemed cult? I'm not sure what happens when you betray some evil organization. I think you're
Me
still a
neither.
traitor.
Reformed cultist.
I'm not sure he's reformed. That seems like a
Okay,
X.
self-interested
we're-
cultist.
cultist.
We're having our own council of dragons here because Sam brought all 4 of his dragon chew toys into me.
ooh,
So
That's worthy of a picture.
excellent. So, you've re-entered the Sundial area. The top has now been kicked to the side. The well is open. You have multiple ways you could attempt to leave or do something else.
Well, I am not bored with this yet. You're more impatient than I am this time, which is
normally we are moving forward. This time we are moving forward and then we end up back where we started. And that is a waste of time and I hate it.
Looking at this well, if a giant dinosaur were to dive in, would they be able to change direction and dive back out, or come back out, fly back out?
You
If
are
it-
huge, so you would be squeezing down to get through the large space that's there. So
Mm-hmm.
you would not be flying down there. You would be like weird dinosaur bird squiggling down.
So it would be a controlled descent.
I mean, you
is
could
what
just
I'm hearing.
put your wings out and hold both sides of the wall.
Uh-huh.
American
like,
Ninja War
Worker,
style.
worker, yeah.
my worry about that is that Chiquito, if you accidentally break the surface of whatever that is, the nothing, then you would be in the way back.
Steve, I looked at the beholder. Would you like to go where no beholder has gone before?
I'm sort of beholden to your commands.
Yeah.
You're wonderful. Okay. So let's okay. So he's going to do we do what he hovers, do we do a rope? Because it just moves further away if we do the rope. I was going to tie a rope on Steve. Do we just let him hover down?
I think rope.
Okay.
I hope it
gonna-
is not offensive if I tell you I am not attached to him.
Oh.
Not offensive.
It's okay. I am, and I'm gonna give Steve a hug and then tie some rope around
Oh,
the
Steve.
bottom. I'm gonna kind of do like, I don't know, like it's gonna kind of like Christmas present style where you wrap it around once, twist, wrap around again, twist, and then like tie it at the top.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you've got
Kinda
basically, one of those balls that you like, ba-yaw, except it happens to be a beholder. He starts working his way down. Since you're holding on to the rope, as he gets closer to the nothing kind of retreats, and he keeps like down. And he gets down to the 45 feet of rope you have, and the nothing's just still retreating away.
Gosh dang this rope.
Gosh dang that rope.
But it's still retreating.
It's
Congratulations, you have discovered what we discovered already.
But the beholder can see if there's anything on the sides that we can't see because all we can see is the rope. So can the beholder see anything?
So as he's going down, he's reporting back up to you in beholder speak. Smooth sides, just looks like stone well. Nothing down here. Looks like a low res texture. The devs didn't probably expect you to come down this way.
Can you stretch one of your eye stalks to look through the nothing?
So as he sort of stretches the eye stalk, the nothing retreats, staying out of reach.
The nothing doesn't like rope or beholders. He's gonna bring Steve back up.
So the shadow went to the north and to the east,
Shadow is currently to the north and to the east.
and we just walked back in here, like from where this gnomon is indicating is east.
We went east and we ended up coming back east.
Correct.
Or we went
From the
east. Wait, so we went east and we came back here,
we
or
went
was it we
east
went
and
east,
we
we went
crossed
to the
room.
pool?
We thought we were going west and we ended up coming in the east way of this room.
Correct.
Okay.
You appear to have left and
And
returned
that-
by the same hall.
And that is when Sho lost her patience.
So what if we? So what if we just follow our own shadows? Did we already do that?
Not really. Your own shadows are kind of pointing off in this direction right now.
They were going northwest.
Northwest, west-northwest.
Hmm.
And which way
Rob-
were the shadows
cool.
going before? I'm sure we might have noticed
Sure.
before
So
we stepped into the maze. Which way were they going?
you would think they're probably in the same direction.
And
We-
those shadows, were they pointing? In what direction were they pointing to the? Even though it's a maze and it spirals, what direction was it going towards the tower?
You haven't been able to consistently sight the tower to your shadow. Every time you try
about
and
we-
look beyond the hedge that you're currently in,
Mhm.
things just seem to be spinning and moving. Like the tower, you'll like look up, you're like, okay, I got it. You'll look down, you look back up, you're like, where'd it go? And it's over there somewhere, and you're like, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, I don't know.
So if two of us hold the gnomon
hmm
and another person tries to orient their shadow to align with the gnomon, maybe that would work. Did we try
I'm very
that?
strong, but I cannot move the sun.
And so attempts to anything you do um to the sundial, turning it upside down, even trying to get it so that it doesn't have a shadow, it still ends up having a shadow that points north and east.
So if we have somebody walk around, if we just hold it still with wherever it's pointing,
Mhm.
right? Because it's always going to be pointing in the same direction no matter what we do.
Correct. So
Okay.
picking it up, moving it around, turning it over, the shadows always seem to give you a north and an east. It's hard
Okay.
to tell if you stand it like right up on edge, but it's still trying to do that.
Well, a north and an east equals a northeast, which is kind of what our shadows are doing.
Nope,
Shadow
our
front
shadows are
left.
northwest.
Northwest. Never mind. Directionally challenged. Then maybe if one of us walks around to see where our shadow ends up being in alignment. No? No?
Oh. And he's gonna go ahead and motion that we all stay together.
Oh no, I don't, Chiquito. I don't mean leave and go down a path. I mean like literally walk around the gnomon until our shadow lines up with the gnomon.
Oh, okay.
So you can line up with the actual gnome and the shadow piece itself. You can turn that so that you're in set, and that's sort of still your shadow heads off to the northwest. The shadow from the gnomon still casts a double shadow north and east. If you turn the gnomon so that it's very thin, heading north or heading east, it still has a very thin shadow in that direction. So it is not following light physics. It is casting a line of darkness.
Wizard physics.
Wizard physics.
I suspect Joseph.
Hags. I bet it's hags.
It's probably hags.
It's always hags.
It's always hags.
So, someone could understand me, right?
Yes, I can
think-
understand
okay.
you.
So, so it seems like we only got like maybe we could either go do all of it, and I don't know, to go to each destination, or we gotta somehow move. I don't know. I think maybe we should just get going. I'd go to another destination. Let's just go to another place and see what we find out. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to throw the sundial over a hedge.
You like, whoop, and it goes whoop, 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 bonk, over the hedge. You can no longer see it at the moment. It's over there. You're pretty
Oh.
sure.
I mean, I'm impressed.
Can I look over the hedge?
Don't worry, it will be back when we
Staying
get
on the
here
ground?
again.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
you
look over the hedge?
you sort of like climb up the 8 feet and peek over the hedge, and there's the sundial like in at a weird angle where it landed, sort of dunked and fell over a little bit. Looks a little sad.
Maybe we should put it back.
Don't be sad, woman.
We could
Be
just walk
happy.
away and come back, and it will be there again.
Let's not-
As
Yeah,
long as we all
totally.
do it
Oh.
together, that's not a bad idea. Let's see if that happens.
Well, we went east.
It
we should
happened
go
once
west.
already.
Let's go
We
west.
took it off and we left it on the ground,
Let's
and we
go
left and we came
northwest,
back
since
and it
that's
was
what
here.
our shadows are saying. Wait.
I
Does he-
trust the interdimensional reptile bird.
So as the party heads off to the northwest, is anyone not following?
I'm following dejectedly.
Okay.
Good try.
What about Steve? Is Steve following?
Oh yeah, Steve's gonna follow. I should probably take him off his leash. I'll take him off his leash while we follow.
Well, I don't know. Having him on a leash is not a bad idea.
All right.
Like one of those kid leases in the park.
Steve
see the-
is totally
Like a
just
monkey
looking-
backpack?
Or if he
It's a
floated
little
above you,
monkey
he'd look like a
backpack.
balloon.
Ooh, like a monkey backpack. And so the party travels on for a few minutes, and eventually they see a little bit of a break in the hedge maze.
It's what we've needed, a break.
It is a break, and we're gonna shift ping. That's not how you shift ping. Shift ping. Whoop.
I should get my character sheet ready.
But why? Chiquito, you're
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
there. You're gonna go like there. If you could arrange yourselves in marching order, you will be entering from the west, heading towards the east. Chiquito, in giant bird form, you're having a little bit of trouble between these hedges. It's only 10 feet between the hedges. You're 15 foot wide. So there's some ungainliness happening there. But what you see
Why
ahead
would-
of you. Go ahead.
Why would he go at all?
Why would he go between the hedges?
Yeah.
Because flying over the hedges, he would just fly like 10 feet, then have to land and wait for you, then fly like 10 feet and have to land and wait for you. Or like, I
Because
guess,
the map is leading us between these hedges?
what's the map? I mean, he can fly away anytime. If you want to know what I get to read if you fly out of sight of the party, you just let me know, Chiquito.
No. I was thinking no disrespect to Steve as a creature. But couldn't he go through first?
Oh, sure. You could send anybody ahead that you want. So what you see ahead of you is a bubbling fountain filling the pathway. Large, bright flowers grow in the hedges on both sides of the fountain, each blossom shimmering in the light. The air smells particularly fresh and sweet here.
It's
As
just
you-
making me so much more angry because I want to enjoy these flowers and I'm pissed off.
As you get just a little bit closer, you realize that the shimmering from each of these, very fragrant flowers comes in part from a large pearl set into each one. There are 6 to the north and 6 to the south.
There's a fragrant. I didn't know they were fragrant.
Perfume pearls?
I mean, the flowers are
Like
probably the
grandma.
fragrant part. The pearls just, not quite gilding a lily, but awfully close. And so,
Well, I think maybe we'd let Steve go first, even though I still picture Steve with Casey's face with one eye. That's pretty much the handsome Casey face.
so
I
as
think, yeah.
Looking at that token, I'm just not seeing it.
Well, maybe not the token. I stare at Casey when Steve is called.
I don't know how to
So
handle
handsome.
Wiggly tenties. I do not have a Beholderkin hat. I'll have to get one of those someday. But at the moment, flowers to the north to the south, bubbling fountain ahead. Steve bobbing down the middle. It's picturesque in its own weird way. What's Steve doing there, Yaz?
Yaz is requesting reports as he bobs along through, and just asks him to go just down the middle, just like just kind of following the path. Maybe stopping to see whatever that thing is in the middle. I don't know
Sure.
if you described it already, but
Oh, that thing is the fountain. So it's
Oh.
a pretty bubbling fountain. Central water spout coming up, spilling out over the top, kind of forming a ring. Steve just sort of bobs along. He's like, "Yep, flower to the north, flower to the south, pearl to the north,
Bobbing
pearl to the
along.
south, flower to the north,
Bobbing
flower to the
along.
south." I am
Water
now
goes up,
at the
water
fountain.
goes down.
Sorry, there we
Fountain.
go.
Watching the days
So-
go by. Sorry.
No, you're good. I have like
How
Like-
did I get here?
I
this
followed
song
an
from
organ.
like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, where they're like bobbing along in the beautiful. Anyway,
At the bottom of
That
the
was
beautiful
whatever it was.
briny sea.
that's the one.
Singing a song. Bobbing along.
So is the fountain, because it's like pretty dense in here with like the vegetation.
Mhm.
Would someone be able to move around the fountain, or is it just kind of blocking the way?
You'd have to kind of like skirt your way around the fountain. It'd be kind of like, as some people may have done, standing on the edge of the fountain and walking around it as one might as a child. The fountain edge is a little bit slick. It's a little marble fountain, probably 2.5 feet wide. The lip that's going around it, so not impossible to walk on.
Oh, okay.
Something here is a fucking trap, and I don't know what it is.
I know, right? Steve, keep going.
So Steve just sort of floats up a little bit and then down on the other side. Fountain
Okay.
water seems clear. It sprinkles him a little bit. He's like, "Oh, bidet," and bidet to you, sir. And as he sort of heads back out of there, he's like, "Yep, I've reached the far side of the garden." What now, boss?
Hang out there. It seems okay. From a floating head standpoint. Don't know from a walking standpoint, but floating hand standpoint, it is safe.
We haven't solved the puzzle yet, so we won't be able to leave this room.
Maybe we put the pearls in the fountain. On the other hand, if we pick up the pearls, perhaps everything turns into a giant maw
The
of
flowers
that-
probably are going to spew all kinds of poison.
Should they
Sure,
have
if
Steve
anybody would like
take out the
to-
barrel?
If anybody would like to throw a nature check as they're considering whether these flowers could spew poison, feel free.
No,
Don't
they
look
can't.
at the druid.
Not that kind of druid.
Druids
Very
hate
few
nature.
druids really are.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, my nature actually isn't terrible.
Oh,
It certainly isn't.
Yaz with Coca helping, absolutely. So you get a little closer and you start to study the flowers. You're like, okay, all right, I can see what these flowers, are or could be. And you're like, oh, yeah, we probably shouldn't anger the flowers. They're a little bigger than some might have suspected. That foliage on the ground is actually each one big leaf. The pearl that's sitting there, you're like, oh, that's probably well polished bone, actually.
Good thing we looked.
That's bait.
Wait. I'm gonna take one of the ball bearings.
Take a ball bearing.
I'm gonna look at the group like, should I throw one at the thing? Or should I just leave it be and we try not to touch the walls and just move across?
If we move across and leave the room, we'll come back in the room. It won't matter.
We don't
Or
know that.
will we?
Tell them
Well,
that we
let's
don't know that. That's
find
right.
out.
Yeah, tell them we don't know that.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Wait, I don't know what you're saying. Never mind.
He told me to
Well,
tell you that we don't know that, which is what
Okay.
I said.
Not yet.
Sure.
We could check it out real quick.
Yaz is gonna inch forward and is gonna make himself as thin as one can. His tail like up against his back, making sure nothing is going near those flowers.
Okay.
He's just gonna take one step at the time, and he's gonna look back and see if anyone's gonna follow him, and then he's gonna look forward again at Steve, and he's gonna take another step, and this is probably gonna continue.
You got it. As you like ease your way along, like Steve's watching intently, making sure only one eye blinks at a time, so full focus on you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Steve. You are my anchor. Is anyone else doing this, or is it just me?
I'm just going to follow you in your footsteps.
Okay.
Steve's like, no, just pick an eye. Pick an eye. No, don't. I can't concentrate when you're just there. Good.
And Yaz is going to, instead of can he look into the fountain? Is there anything weird about the fountain?
Sure. You take a look in the fountain. No. Seems normal. Obviously some magic's involved in it. Constantly causing water to spout up, but it looks like it's basically there to water the plants. You can tell that there is some spray going off, and some of the vines are a little bit closer to that. Taking the water in.
Is it a flat bottom? Like, can I see like the bottom of it?
It's a very slight basin. It's probably less than an inch. So it's the water just
Perfect.
coming out, splattering, and then an inch.
I'm gonna walk like right through the water. I'm not even gonna bother climbing along the edge. I'm just gonna walk right through the water.
Sure, you get damp to wet.
I'm okay with this because I am lizard and I keep going.
You've got it. Dun 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 dun.
Ta-da! Steve!
Seems like I believed in you the whole time.
I give Steve a hug and I pet the top of his beholderkin face.
Steve can only give butterfly kisses.
Great. I look back and give everyone a thumbs up. And I wait.
Anrin has ventured a quarter of the way through.
I'll walk
Fine.
forward because at some point we're gonna have to fight these things.
If I can, I will try to take flight
Sure.
within range. Not ever. When I'm taking flight from now on, I'm stating that I'm keeping in range of the party.
Sure.
I take flight and I move across if I
Flip,
can.
flip, 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 flip.
All right.
And I am just going to go ahead and do that walk around the rim. It's good practice. I haven't
Yeah.
balanced on anything in a while.
I'm
Got
just
it,
gonna
just-
take a couple steps and jump over it.
Everybody makes their way across the room and to the other side.
Fat bottomed wells, you make this whole wide world go round. All right. And I get the.
We'll see you again soon.
I'm sure we will.
There.
And
Okay.
as many of the party have predicted, after a short
Yes.
walk of some 2 to 3 minutes, they find themselves coming upon a room
I hate
With
this
flowers.
place so very much.
and a fountain.
Shall we burn this garden?
Yeah.
What do I have? I'm gonna start digging through my bag looking for fire. Oh, I
Yes,
have
I
a
have
lot of
always,
oil.
I've always very much enjoyed you, and right now you are my favorite person in the whole world.
I have 10 bottles of oil. And a
Okey-doke.
Are we going to start a fire?
I
This is
mean,
when I wish I would have taken speak with.
Speak with
Oh,
plants.
Man.
the one time where I wish
the
I could speak to
entire
plants.
maze, right?
As the great sage once said, burn
Wait.
this mother down.
Question. You said that pearl might be bone, right?
The pearl is definitely the remains of something organic that it could not digest, that is then coated to prevent itself from annoying. So like a clam would do with a bit of sand or whatever it is to come up with a pearl. This is the giant carnivorous plant version of that. It's pretty.
Gotcha. That means something is here or was here, then it died. I'm gonna do speak with dead because I can do that now at will, and I don't actually know what that does, but I can cast
That's
it at
pretty
will.
cool.
You're gonna try to talk to one of the pearls?
Yeah, from a safe distance.
From a distance.
The corpse
I'm
must
okay with
still
it.
have a mouth. So
Are there any
Oh,
are there any
dang it.
skulls? Are any of
So
the pearls skulls?
Yeah, are any of the pearls a skull?
if there are, you can't see the features. They're kind of
Gotcha.
coated. And as you're looking at it, it looks like getting close up to it, it looks more like an amber sort of event. It's kind of a sap that's been coated and coated and coated. So it's more of an amber than a pearl kind of style, but it's very pretty. But
As you are explaining this / Yaz thinking of it, I'm going to take out a bottle of oil and pass it to Sho.
Sho has
I'm gonna-
been given a bottle of oil.
And I'm going to do this for each person in the party. I'm going to give each person a bottle of oil.
Each
Well,
person in
maybe
the
except
party has been
Chiquito.
given a bottle of oil.
Shall we? I have no other ideas.
So, I really want to do this. I want to burn the whole thing down. But it is a magic place, and if we do this, it will be just like the fucking sundial. And we will go down the hall, and we will come back in the room. Will be fine and pristine, and like we never lit it on fire. So, the puzzle is either the pearls, the plants, or in the well.
So far, everything has been, well, there's only been one everything. We've got a well that goes with nothing. We had a big pool that was full of something, but it had something that we had to retrieve. And the only things we have to retrieve with this well are those bones.
Or something in the well. We haven't really looked in it too much.
Can
But,
I take a flyby and take a look real close to the? Oh wait, or not the well. Are you talking about the well, or are you talking about this fountain?
That fountain.
Okay,
Yeah,
can I do a flyby?
So
and take
looking
a
into the
closer
fountain,
look?
it's a small basin. It's maybe only an inch or two deep. Inch at the sides, two in the middle. It's got a little fountain of water coming up, so it sort of sprays out on each side, and it's basically there to be constantly misting and increasing the humidity in this part of the hedge.
Oh.
So it's more like a humidifier than it is, a, a sprinkler. But you don't see anything in there. You give it a test cap of the spout. You can make it spray around and spray your friends, just like if you had got control of the hose at the water fight. But you don't see anything in there.
I would like to do, there's got to be something with this. I'm going to come up closer to it.
I'm curious, just really quick.
Mhm.
When that second shadow appeared on the sundial, was it? I can't remember from last time. Was it after we finished what happened with the trolls in that one room, or was it before what happened with the trolls in that room?
Before. So you came into the sundial room. There was a line pointing north. You went
Okay.
north. You then arrived at another sundial room. There was a line pointing north and one pointing east. You went
Okay.
east, fought the Chulls, got your Rupel, managed to get out of there, and then the Rupel went away.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So the gem is what meant, I think,
Let us
that
leave.
we have this part of the puzzle is unlocked. You may now move forward, Link. Okay.
So
So we
I'm
need to find it. It's gonna be amber is the color of our energy. I mean, we need
Oh,
that. Exactly.
so
I love
I'm
31-1.
I love 31. 31.
Amron, I think you were having an inspiration over there with that insight. What do we got?
well, I have 22.
Okay.
So and what I was and my insight, I'm just thinking about the concept of humidity and what I know about plants, which isn't admittedly very much since that is not my thing. But
My
I
hair is
also
huge.
know that these plants might require that humidity to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
And what would happen? It would be very aggressive to turn off their water supply.
I mean, hey, I was about to set them on fire, so
Oh, we
That's
could turn off
slightly
their water
less
and then
aggressive.
wait like 3 weeks and then they would be dead.
I don't know what would take 3 weeks. Maybe there's something specific about this water. So that's what I'm wondering, if there's what the specific, I want some insight around the specific connection between the well, I mean the fountain, the humidity, and the
I
plant.
how about Chiquita would ask for you to move back within the safety, and while he flies, if you agree, of the party, he would go by and while he's flying, he'd kind of sit there and just with one of his wings and try to shoot it at one of the vines. We'll say on this
Splash
side,
water all over.
splash water all over it. See if it does anything or it reacts.
Sure.
If Anrin would move.
I'm going to move.
You got it. So,
Okay.
Aaron, with your insight and that, and now doing some testing with the water, you kind of hose down one of the plants, and it's not. I mean, you make the not feathers. You make the leaves dip a little bit, but it's not like blasting it. So it just sort of gets wet. There's a little bit of extra dark spot underneath it where the dirt below gets a little bit more damp than it has been, but you don't see anything there. Looking at would these plants wither if they were starved of the water? It would take a long time. That's certainly possible if you could stop this in some fashion and then wait a long while. That could be a solution, but you'd be waiting
I think
probably
we're back
weeks.
to fire. We're back to fire.
Or
Show's getting
quicker.
fidgety. Show's
have
getting
enough-
visibly fidgety.
Seeing that, I would say Chiquita would go ahead and do a motion of just asking everyone to give him the oil.
Okay.
I pass
If
one of them to
everyone
you.
agrees, he will do a flyby.
Oh, it's a strafing.
Yep.
Um,
Crop dusted.
okay. I kind of see what we're going for here.
A bombing run.
Yeah. Let's call this a. How many oils did we have?
I
One for each
probably
of
would
us?
have. I have a total of 10. I don't know how
Okay.
much we would need.
I
like
would
to
s-
keep passing it
You've
along.
handed out like 5.
Yeah, you handed
Yeah.
out 5, so 5 there. So I will say you could probably do 1 in each claw and
Okay.
reasonably explode them / squeeze them / deploy them as you go. So then you'd have to come back, reload, and do it again.
Yep.
If everybody could please arrange themselves how they would be as this strafing run begins.
And I would have, so I would, that would be 5 used at that point, just so for my own.
Not
I don't
used.
know. I would
5
only be
deployed.
2.
Two
Yeah.
used, 5 handed out to your friends.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then
gotcha.
Chiquita would be like, you would be like swooping in this direction, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you start your swoop, and
I would like to call it a
Just
flyby
keep
more
it
than a
out.
swoop.
a flyby more than a swoop. Could I have 2 d20s from you? You're gonna want to roll high. Those will be your attack rolls.
Baby,
Okay,
all the
2
swoops,
d20s.
swoops.
2 d20s.
Boink and a boink.
Excellent. And we will say you have oiled up.
Yeah, all right.
These 2 right here. So let me just give them little oily indicators here. So their areas are engulfed in oil. And as you sweep up, you can see they do not like that. That is not a friendly pet. That's not water. You can see the leaves reacting to the oily taste. And turn order is going to pop up. We're going to ask everybody to go ahead and add themselves in on that turn order when they get a chance.
I have advantage, so my first roll was a 21. So I need to be changed to that.
You got it.
I guess actually I can do that.
You could.
Looks like. Okay.
And as stuff begins to happen, show. You can see tendrils start lashing, leaves start curling. These plants are animate. And as the roots reach up, they've probably got a good 10, 15 feet of reach. There's probably some tendrils coming at you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna rage,
Rage?
and then I'm gonna just smack the one in front of me.
I'm pissed.
First, I'm gonna just call lightning on it. So
Seems like
dexterity save from that plant.
I don't even know if they can do that. Hang on a moment.
I was wondering the same for other spells. Rob is watching this with great interest.
They have a
I'm a
dexterity, and
bird.
it doesn't say anything about not being able to do it. So, they're not good at it though. So they will take their 5 points. That was the one to the south, correct?
Yep, the one I'm adjacent to.
You got it.
I can't hit the others. And then I'm gonna crack it with the Morning Star. Oh, maybe not.
Surprisingly, no.
And then with my second attack, I want to grapple. My goal is to yank the pearl out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a grapple attempt.
So that's an athletics.
That is an
Is that-
athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
All right. I do have advantage on athletics.
It will set the bar at a 16, but you're going to come in with a 28. So you just grab hold of it
yeah.
and just like gunk and pull it right out of there. And as it comes loose, you can see it was pretty well welded to one of the leaves, but it is now under your arm. Good size.
All right. Well, I think that so it seems that they have a particularly long reach.
They have a, you would say, 10-foot-ish reach.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. As you stay where you are, I believe that's going to bring up some plants. And we're going to see some plants do some things. And what they're going to do is the pair that are near to you, Show, are going to start flailing at you with their vines. The one to the south, number 1, will miss. Number 2 will miss. The one to the north, number 1, will miss. Number 2 will miss. Come on, guys. Chiquito, as you are doing your strafing run, and I have from you an acrobatics check. You would like to see a 15 or higher so that you are flying out of reach of these tentacles without getting too high above the hedge.
Okay. Acrobatics. So just a dex as. Beast?
Yeah, if just the dex. I guess they wouldn't have acrobatics, so dex. Yep. A 3.
Oh.
We have rerolls, don't we? Oh wait, we do it by post-it note. Do you have rerolls?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna make sure that I have control of myself while flying. 18.
18. Yes. So you are cutting that thin line between too high and too low, and the plants cannot reach you.
Do I feel like I might have to redo that every time I move above them, or?
Not so much. This was just for your bombing run. You were getting as low as you could reasonably to squeeze. And now all these tendrils just came up. You're like, oh, they got some ups. These plants can jump. Rob, what are you doing out there a little ways down the hedge? And you're almost to the point where you can't quite see around the bend in the hedge. If you were one more step back, you'd be out of sight of that room.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a lot more fire than there was, so I was that uncle who doesn't go near the fireworks in the driveway. I'm
Good.
the smart uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So the one who has all his fingers.
I have someone in mind that you're trying to stay away from.
Just stay out of the garage when that happens.
I had been kind of trying to watch Show. Show got the amber out of the one plant.
Correct.
And I am uncertain if just removing that one piece of amber is enough for us to get ding, ding, you go on to another level, or if we need to get it from every plant. From our plan. Like, do each of them did we think there was an amber in each of them?
Each of them did have an amber. They were of different sizes, shapes, and lusters, but each of them did have an amber.
Okay. Wheel?
We have to go American Gladiators and run and dunk it in the well.
Oh, I bet you we do. Okay.
While they're trying to
Thank you,
tackle
Tip.
us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I would like to run up here and get it from Show if she can hand me her amber.
Sure, if Show's willing to do the handoff, no problem.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
not attached to it.
Then I'm going to dimension door
This
to.
plant was, but I took it away.
Then I'd like to dimension door to the fat bottomed well and
Okay.
drop it in.
Perfect. And so you're gonna whoop, badook.
Whoop.
So
And
you
the-
go to drop it in, and as you drop it in, you get a neat little effect. You drop the little amber ball on top of the little fountain, and it just sits there and spins slowly at the top of the water.
Oh, very cool.
Well, that is
We did
interesting.
it.
It also
I
doesn't
want to enjoy that, but I can't.
save us. So now I'm standing in the middle of a shit ton of plants with reaches. It was
Uh-oh.
Fun.
it was a gamble. I'm out. I think I used like all of my movement would have been. I mean, I might have 10. That's not gonna help me. So
It's going to provoke a lot of opportunity attacks. Is what it's going to do.
I know. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at, and I will do nothing else.
Okay. Yaz. Yaz and Steve. What are you two up to?
I'm wondering if I can throw a lit match far enough to light that one on fire. To either one on fire.
You could throw a torch. You could throw something. Do you have prestidigitation? No.
I do.
You do. You could prestidigitate it. You could fire.
I will do that. How
Sure.
far does that? Prestidigitation.
I want
Oh.
to say it's 30 feet, but it's 10 feet.
5, 10.
Hmm.
Light something to do it.
Yeah, I guess I
Maybe
should.
light my fire.
All right, I'll light it. I'll light the torch with a
Yes.
prestidigitation or a tinderbox and toss it.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, please. You want to do 12 or better.
Okay.
This would be just lobbing it, so you can go with your dex or with your strength, your choice.
I will probably do dex. That's the better one.
This is no time to wallow in the mire.
17. You have converted oil to fire.
And I guess I'll pick I guess I'll pick that one. Or that one works. Yeah, that one works.
Actually,
totally
both. So it is this
Oh.
whole area is coded. So we're gonna upgrade to grenade.
fine.
All right.
Upgrade.
Grenade. Yaz, you have lit the plants aflame. On their turns, they're gonna start burning. That would be action, object interaction, and an action. And then what?
Object interaction.
Action.
And
Movement
so
bonus or Steve.
or
Or
Steve.
Steve.
Eve.
I have to concentrate on Steve, so I don't think there's really any other bonus actiony things I can do. So we'll just move on to Steve, and we'll just say Steve uses eye raise. Eye raise. Where? Oh, there's Steve. Okay. I did not have Steve as ready as I thought I did. Ray.
Ooh, the first one not so much. The second one definitely works. Aiming for
Nice.
the same one that Show was after.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, you got it. Give me a damage.
Oops, wrong one.
And
Wait, that was the right one. Sorry.
13. Yep.
Yep, 13.
The plant wilts a bit. But then what?
He's about the eye raise, so I guess that's it. We'll be staying kind of where we are since they can reach this far, but no opportunity attack. So we'll just stay.
Sounds good. Be careful how you judge Steve's attacks. You could get him irate. No.
Okay.
Sad.
No, I hit my chair.
Sad.
It worked.
Anrin, what are you up to?
I'm going to copy what Show did since that seemed to have been pretty effective. So I'm going to approach.
We'll note that there is the one I took it from is still angrily attacking me.
It is
So-
still angrily attacking.
Hell.
Whether it was effective or not remains to be seen.
So I too am going to rage
Sure can.
and make sure I actually check that. But I'm not going to do any damage. I'm going to try to grapple this plant right here
You
and
got it?
grab the pearl out. So it's a strength test.
Athletics. And you are raging, so you would have the advantage too, I believe. So you'd be at a 26 there, which it just can't beat, but I'm going to roll anyway. It posted up a respectable 20, but you have the pearl in hand.
Okay, so it hasn't attacked me yet.
It has not attacked you yet.
Okay, so
Though you can see that there were tendrils that had stretched out towards Show, and they look like they're probably just drawing back and getting ready to whack at you now. It's not their turn yet.
Then I am going to step back. I know it gives the other one an attack of opportunity, but I'm still stepping back.
Okay, so as you step back, actually these two here, north and south, they're going to lash out with tendrils. One to the north, one to the south. I think a 15 and a 9 are both going to miss. This one right here, as you step back, it's going to actually try, before you get away from it, to get a little bite in. Bite. 10's going to
Nope.
miss. And this one, you never really needed to get in range of that one, so that one's fine. And Anrin, you have popped back out again. Just take one more step back so you're not, or you can shift to.
So the
Thank you.
4 closest to us have all opportunity attack.
Have all opportunity attack, correct. So these 4 have all used up their reactions.
All right.
All right. And Chiquito, skirting just on the edge there, 15 feet up out of reach, but not so high that you're at risk of leaving the party's area of effect. What are you doing?
All right. If I wanted to use my movement to pull Rob and put him into our safety, would he get opportunity attacks?
No. Because you
Okay.
can
It's
grapple
essentially
Rob.
like forced movement, right?
Yeah, you can grapple him and do forced movement. You will so you will technically be making an attack, so it is a action for you to grapple him and pick him up, and at that point you must move at half speed.
All right. I have 80 feet, so I'm not worried about that.
Sure.
All right. Rob, are you okay with me grappling you?
You have my consent.
Rob.
All of that telepathically.
Well, I mean, either way, you're gonna get grappled by a giant lizard.
They just do the Star Wars nod where they're just like,
Screaming.
This is you're all good, Rob. Just trying to save you.
No, seriously, come get me.
No, please, keep me here.
All right,
I
so
can't
that's
translate anymore
I was
because
thinking, I
I'm
don't know why
raging.
here.
that's 10 feet down. That's 80 feet divided in half is 40. So or 70 feet divided in half is 35. You can get Rob to about there.
Hmm.
Is that what we're doing?
Are the other one okay? So then the question is, are the other ones look like they're kind of awakened and ready to get upset?
Oh, they all look angry. They look
Okay.
very
Well,
angry.
it's better to get Rob out of the middle of that.
All right.
Yeah, it's an improvement. I appreciate it.
So
Okay.
Rob
Yes.
Rob
let's
gets
do that.
pulled over there. You're gonna end up there.
Flying by.
I'm gonna leave you here just for
Yeah.
positioning purposes, so
how
I can
about-
click on
If
everything.
you want to I'll move up there. So, but yeah, I'll
Oh,
be
yep,
right
that's
there.
fine. But you're basically right next to Rob, so you are on the same plane as the plants at the moment. And
Was
anything else?
that was movement?
That
So I
was
guess.
movement and action to grapple.
Okay. In that case, I will use my bonus action to look around and sigh.
You look around and sigh, and then show.
Has this plant that is next to me reacted in such a way that I think does it appear that taking the pearl had or the amber had any effect on its capacity?
No, it does not
Okay.
seem. It seems angered by it, if plants can be angry.
Okay.
But it does not seem.
Like
it
it's
seems
not
like
going to wilt away now.
yeah, no, it seems more
Okay.
like you triggered the trap.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'm going to strike it with lightning.
You got it. Plant dodges. Nope. 6 points
So
of damage
6 points
there.
of lightning damage, followed by a morning star.
No.
Which Jesus.
Wow.
And then the second one's going to
second one will hit. 3, 12, 16.
Yep.
That took a couple of leaves off, but it's still in it.
And then I'm going to move up to here.
Okie dokie. That's going to bring up some angry plants. Angry plants, the one that Show has been beating on is definitely going after Show. So southwest plant, 2 tentacles. Bump. 21?
That'll hit.
And once it has you hit, it pulls you in. It then tries to tentacle Rob. Rob, tentacle. 13? Probably not.
I did not consent.
Nope.
13 does not hit.
All right. Show, did that trigger anything for you?
The same one?
Same one down here.
Yeah,
One-
I will go ahead and take my attack. It will be at disadvantage because I am grappled and restrained.
You are indeed. Oh,
So it won't crit.
it won't crit, but it will hit. 3,
So 15
12,
15
15. Thank you
points.
much. And now that you are close, that plant's going to try and bite you. A bump. 15's probably not.
No.
Up to the north, Rob, the plant just north of you is going to try and tentacle you. 7's going to miss. It's going to try and tentacle you again. 9 is going to miss. It's going to try and bite you. 22. Finds the bite.
Do I have enough cutting words?
Do you have enough cutting words?
It's a D10. It just might work.
This just might work. Let's see a D10 if you want to do it.
I do want to do it. All right. I have to type it out. Hold on. 6 brings it up.
16?
15 hits. I had a
16
15.
hits. 16
Oh
points.
man, that's close.
16
was
points of bitey damage, and then can I have a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please?
Good thing I'm a bard and really buff.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute. Constitution save. Oh, well,
Oh,
that's okay.
nice.
You are fine. You were saying you were going to be in trouble. Our pterodactyl friend is going to get the pair of plants west on the north side. We've got 2 tentacles going after the big critter. 25 is going to hit. Second tentacle is going to miss the bite. Now at advantage because you are restrained. A 20 is probably going to hit.
Yeah.
9 plus 11, 20 points of damage. Are you still a pterodactyl?
At this point, I would not be. No, I don't think so. Let me see. Nope. I'm back to Chiquito.
Back to Chiquito. Chiquito
That
banana.
shouldn't have been a D10 anyway. So
I'm gonna put Pterodactyl out of here. Chiquito, we'll give you the benefit of the bounce. You will be over there next to Rob, but there is still another plant that can attack you. It reaches out with its tentacle. You are restrained, so it is at advantage. 26 to crit it.
that seems right.
Yes, that hits.
It is then going to take the second of its 2 tentacle attacks. A 15,
No.
and then it is going to try and do the bite. An 18.
Oh, yes.
So that plant, 17, 27, 30, 41?
Yep. 41. Okay.
And that is all the plants that can reach
Oh.
folks at the moment. Rob Oakes. 2 restrained folks to the east and south, and a lot of plants about. Oh, plants got to take damage.
Those plants take damage.
You sure do. Go ahead and give me 2d4 on the damages, please. And you will actually get to double that because they're plants.
12 points of fire.
12 points of fire.
So, as I understand this, 4 of them are attacking us. We have not killed any of them.
Sounds right.
We've beaten them up quite a bit.
That is accurate.
All right. And Show is currently restrained.
Joe and Chiquito are both currently restrained.
We're going to back up to here. And I will
As
look
you
at
back
Show.
up to there,
Am I out of his?
2
Oh, that
tentacles
dude.
reach out and go to thwack
Okay.
you. Are you going to do
Alright.
that backup?
No. The only reason I was going to back up is because I'm about to be pushed that way.
Okay.
I look at Show and say, "Want to get big?"
I mean, I work out a lot already. I'm not sure.
I'll take that as consent. Polymorph to T-Rex.
Dinosaurs abound.
Grapple this, you little fucker!
This is there we go. Whoop whoop. Oh, look at that tiny little T-Rex. What are you doing down there, buddy? You're gonna get big, so we're gonna move Show up there for the moment. We're gonna throw the T-Rex sort of in this area.
I
And
think Chiquito can make
It
himself
should be
huge
a size
again in
category
some other
larger
way.
than that.
oh, did it? Is that not?
The T-Rex is huge.
Huge. Yep.
Wait, was I not huge?
You were large.
I was the. Ooh.
No, large is 2 squares, huge is 3,
Huge is
gargantuan
3.
is 4.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
would
just zoomed out further than usual.
Do I get pushed by anything there?
No, we'll kind of
forced out of there.
we'll kind of say that you're like everyone's a little jammed up right now, but
Okay.
do you want you would have to move on your own, otherwise the T-Rex will be squeezing.
Nope, I'll just stay where I'm at, and assuming that Chiquito can make himself unentangled relatively easily, I will then stay put because I don't want to take any opportunity attacks.
You got it. That'll bring us round to Yaz. Yaz, what are you and Steve doing?
Steve is gonna go poof because right about here,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Hunger of Adar.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Now I feel like I wasted polymorph.
No.
No, I know. Hunger Radar's great though.
I mean, it's not gonna get all of them because I don't want to get Chiquito and you guys, but
Yeah.
it'll handle the other ones hopefully.
Well, they can't move.
Yeah, that's the best part.
So
These are perfect.
as the horrible things begin to happen, and tentacle on tentacle crime increases, Yaz, anything else?
We up to this point we have not taken a short rest, correct?
You have not taken a short rest since you've been in the maze.
So that would be it for me.
That's something like this big, and you're going something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe nudge it one more square to the left, if possible.
Yep,
Yep.
you got it. Maximum casualties. That will then bring us down to Anrin. Anrin, the slurping has begun. What are you doing? You have one of the amber in your hands at the moment.
I have one of the ambers in my hands at the moment. And I am going to stick it in a pocket.
Whoop. Sure.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack the plant that I can reach,
Mhm.
and I'm not getting hit by Hadar. I'm going to come up 1, 2. I think I can actually use my glaive to hit this plant right here, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So now I just have to pull up my glaive, and it's the flame tongue one.
You
Or
got
is
it.
that? Yep. So definitely using that.
So bonus action, activate flame tongue. Action, swing like crazy. 27 is definitely going to hit. 2 rage, 8 damage, 6 fire. Double the 6 fire is 12. Is 22. That's a
Yes.
fair chunk on one hit. Got another one in you?
Okay. And I will then do it one more time.
Sure. 20 will hit. 2 plus 8 is 10 plus 8 is 18. And as the flame tongue comes down, the plant that you strike withers. And as it does, in quick succession, all the others wither, and you realize it's all one big plant. And it dies.
Ah.
Hadar does get a little snacky snack, builds himself a little, vegetable medley. But we are out of turn order.
Sweet.
I
I
don't
give
know.
one of the tentacles a high five before it disappears.
So can we just go pluck bone?
Sure. There are now 12. Well, there's 10 orbs amongst the withered plants. One in Anarin's pocket, and one still bobbing merrily on the frost-rimed and acid-etched little fountain there. What's
So
the party doing?
Show was already irritated and raging when became a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So T-Rex Show is now just tearing apart plant.
Yes, T-Rex show. It can tear up these plants. Now these vines go deep, like it's feet of vines underneath you, so there's plenty to tear in there, and it sprays nicely. I mean, it's a very juicy plant, so you can have a lot of fun, sort of.
This is not a fun situation. Does this look like a joke to you, Casey?
I mean, yes, a little.
Yeah. So T-Rex
T-Rex
Show is
gardening.
just ripping plants out of the ground
T-
and
T-
just thrashing them around like a dog worrying something. Like
it's an angry T-Rex weeding. I feel like, there should be memes.
Are we all
angrily
catching the
weeding.
bone? I'm gonna have to grab the bones as they go flying, I
Yeah.
guess.
And so,
Whee!
My intelligence is currently 2, which is 4 times lower than usual.
yeah. And so, bones are collected, little amber orbs. And then what?
I'm going to take stick them all in my backpack and then walk over to the fountain.
You got it. Pretty fountain.
And I'm going to add 1 to see what happens to the little display in the fountain.
Only one can balance atop the fountain at a time. The other one just sort of like falls off or doesn't quite physics out that way.
Okay, so I'd like to go. I just start picking up one off of the water, putting it down, and sticking another one in the water to see what happens.
Sure. It takes a little doing to get some of the more oblong ones to balance, but basically once you got it on top of the stream, it just sits there and starts spinning.
Okay, well that's not it. I want to. Anybody else want to take a look at this too? I want to see if. Do I notice anything? Okay, I'm going to do a perception check.
Sure. Dead vines all around. Fountain. You're able to balance it. 12 orbs.
Are they all orbs?
All orbs.
I
each
one
one
looks. Focus on them.
Yeah, each one looks to be the same type. Amber coating over something. Deep inside all those amber coatings, you can kind of, sizing it up to the sun. Like, okay, that was probably a jawbone. Okay, this one, that's probably a bit of armor. That might have been a coin or something. So in the middle of each one is something dense that was not decomposing properly and got coated in amber over and over again, making these funky pearls.
I'm going to charge the well and bash it.
Splash. I mean, after a few good hits, you're like, yeah, you're not really getting good hold on it. Like, you're worrying at it like a bone.
Mm-hmm.
Ank, ank, ank.
I'm getting out of the range of tail.
I am deliberately leaving this up. This is amazing.
Just gotta let that all play out. Oh, hey, Alex, I see you checking your experience there.
Yep, I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to destroy this well if I can.
Also, that was my last 4th level spell slot, so I'm keeping it up as long as I can.
I am out of spell slots as well.
I mean, you probably managed to scratch and disturb it a little, but destroy is probably a little beyond.
My intelligence is 2. I'm going to destroy this well.
You just like.
I am going to take my my short sword out and cut a bit of the carnivorous flowers off, and then walk in front of Show as we are leaving to the east, I believe.
I'm not leaving yet.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
I'm dropping my rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use Cure Wounds and cast Cure Wounds at. I only have 2nd level.
Okay.
So Cure Wounds on Chiquito.
Chiquito boost.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good Cure Wounds.
Why was it cast at 5th? Oh, 5 plus 10.
Cast it 2nd.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
2nd, yeah.
15. Oh, nice.
I mean, that's a really terrible Cure Wounds if you cast that at 5th level and only get 15 points.
Right.
But really good for a 2nd level.
Really good 2nd level, yeah.
So, as the healing washes over Chiquito and some hit points are restored, Rob Oakes is enticing Show out with a fan dance. What were you doing with these
That might
plants?
need an animal handling. I don't know.
I was going to like sort of like shake it like an animal toy, and then be like, "Come on, Joe, come on, hey, go get it!" And then beat it on the ground, like grab it up at like.
Yeah, can I see an animal handling?
Okay.
T-Rexes are really dumb.
Not awful.
That's pretty good. I mean, in your urge to destroy, that might at least get you running in the right direction. But we'll let that
They're also
play out.
really fast, though.
They are really fast. So this might be one of those like Rob's shaking something and then Rob's just got a stump. But
Oh, I wouldn't hold it. I'd
Yeah.
throw it forward.
So as Show Rex heads off in that direction, has to kind of wriggle between the hedges. Is everyone else following?
I'm
I'm
following.
following.
Yep.
All right.
There
Follow.
we go.
I'm also bringing the bones with me.
You got it.
But-
As you head out, let me gather everybody up here real quick. As you
Right.
head out, you hear a little zug zug, and you find yourself back at the sundial.
Oh, I'm destroying that son of a bitch.
The sundial is
Where?
intact once more, and
Okay.
there are still two shadows.
No, it is not.
One's to the north,
'Cause I'm a
one to
T-Rex.
the east, until the T-Rex just whoosh.
I'm a T-Rex with this vague recollection of hating that fucking thing.
So only two. There's still the same north and east shadows.
Still the same north and east
And we've
shadows.
tried north and we've tried east, and then we just followed northwest for ourselves for our own shadows.
That is correct.
Okay.
And there's just like, sundials like flipping whoop 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 whoop.
What did
Just
we
shake
do?
it around and hurl it.
What did we do with the gem we got from the fountain?
It
It
disappeared
disappeared.
in the same way that these gems just disappeared. So as Andron's carrying out like the 6 gems, you hear a little zug zug, and then they all go like whoosh, gone.
Okay. I say we don't spend any more time on this and head south.
Sure.
Rob turns around and heads south. I'm going to say Show eventually
I'm gonna whistle for
follows.
show. But it'll be the lady in red.
I mean, yeah, probably Show Rex will follow.
Show Rex will follow. And so a few minutes pass, and
Oh.
That's pretty.
Now we fight animated statues.
what wizard would? Yeah.
Tags.
And so you find yourself heading south. The hedge maze continues to wind and wend. 5 minutes or so pass, and you find yourself in a gallery. 6 suits of ornate plate mail stand in this area as if on guard. Battered and bashed pieces of armor and weapons are scattered across the carpeted floor before them. Moss and lichen cover the armor, though it remains free of rust. Another pathway opens up on the far side of the arena.
Go through it, we end up in a sundial.
I'm attacking the top left.
Okay, we're just gonna jump right into turn order then, as the party goes to attack some armor, and the armor.
The party maybe not.
Well,
the
the armor's
T-Rex.
going to attack backs, so
The party maybe not attacking. The T-Rex is attacking.
T-Rex is attacking. Angry T-Rex time. So let's make sure I can see things. Yes, cool. Get people added back on here. You can just go ahead and roll your turn orders. It'll replace what was on there. Show will pop you off because you're on as the T-Rex. And
What are those?
Animated
suits of
armor.
animated armor.
Wish I hadn't seen that coming.
He's not always the most inventive wizard.
Yeah, I was gonna
But-
say.
I like it. Straightforward.
Straightforward. Let's go ahead and flip this around here. T-Rex was quick to the draw, and starts the
yeah.
attack.
I better pull
Let's
up my
see an
T-Rex
attack
sheet.
there.
All right, I'm going to bite that little bitch.
18
For 41.
will perfectly, but woof, you just absolutely scatter that armor. We're gonna just move that armor off screen over here. It will now be my turn order counter. But just like broosh everywhere.
Then I jump over and whap the other one with my tail.
Okay. You jump over and whap the other one with your tail. That'll do 17 points of damage. That does not whoosh the armor, but it does do a fair chunk of damage. And we're gonna roll that.
I
And-
love Shoulder Rex. Did I say love? I'm sorry.
What?
I just really admire it.
That was pretty sure that was out loud.
No,
As the first of the armors explode into pieces, two more rise up and animate. All three suits of armor converging on the massive Tyrannosaurus.
when you said converging, I thought we were gonna have a Transformers movie here.
This,
Oh no, they're forming Devastator.
Good.
And then they all combine to be something the size of the T-Rex.
Yeah, they're
We have-
Voltron. Yeah,
Then we have a kaiju.
it's Godzilla versus
Kaiju fight.
Mechagodzilla.
yeah, but no, at the moment we've got more of a no,
Power Ranger Jungle
Gundams
Force.
are pretty big. These are not Gundam size. These are teeny folk. But they do have 2 attacks each, so we got 6 slams coming at our Tyrannosaurus friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I trying to hit?
Oh, it's not much. 13.
13. So 4, 7. Oh, only 7 points of damage there. And
All right.
Chiquito, what are you doing?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Call Lightning.
Bloop, 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 bloop. It is stormy above.
It is. I am going to go ahead and do a bolt of lightning. That would hit Joe Rex if I do it there. This one was this one was damaged already, correct?
This one right here, top.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that one. Lightning.
Okay, you got it. What am I rolling? Dex
You
saving
need
throw.
to- Dex saving throw 17.
17. And 5.
No, so then I do a 3d10
Yes, plus
damage. 17 points of
17
lightning
points of lightning damage. As that occurs, the armor falls to pieces. And 2 more suits of armor activate. Whoop, whoop.
Anrin pulls a bag of nuts out of her backpack and starts chewing.
Oh, you got nuts. Oh, that's good.
Here, have one.
Rob
Oh,
Oakes, what are you up to?
Rob's gonna. Run to here
Okay,
and cast Thunderwave.
you got it. Oh, Chiquito, you need to move at least 2 steps closer to be able to see in. Otherwise, you're behind the bend there. Sorry, I started you guys out a little further than you could have been. Cool. And Rob?
I'm gonna cast it at just a second.
Okay. Pow!
It's just this guy who would be affected. I couldn't think of it without hitting.
Got it. That is 18.
So 18 points, and if it failed, which looks like it did,
Sure did.
it will move back 10 feet.
Woof, woof. Rob,
And-
anything else?
Rob's good.
Yaz. You can't quite see what's going on, but your friends are fighting up there.
I should go up and help them. So I move up a little closer, and about there I can kind of get a better idea
Sure.
of what's happening.
Yep.
Okay. I'm guessing I can see these guys. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Flip to this one.
Blip.
and also probably gonna blip him again. So, blip and
Blip
blip.
number 1. Oh, both of those will hit. We'll do.
Whoa.
We will do
16?
15.
15, not the crit.
Oh, because the crit didn't go, right.
Yep. But that is still 15. Yes. Anything other than the blips?
Oh, that's it. I'd have to take a short rest to do anything else.
Got it. Anrin.
Coming up and jumping up and see if I can see over Chiquito. And yes, and then I'm going to go through them.
Yep.
And say, "Ah, put the nuts back in the backpack. And I should be able to hit from right here. And I'm going to go after that one. And I'm going to go ahead and not raging
Okay.
because I'm enjoying this and hit this with the sacred. Actually, no. Why do that? I'll just use my long sword. And
Okay.
just smack it.
And longsword wouldn't have reach. Did you make glaive?
Um,
Or
I
were you
would
getting
move
closer?
closer. I'll
Okay.
get closer.
Sure.
Try not to get dinosaur spit on me.
20 will hit. You were doing this one-handed or two-handed?
I was doing this two-handed.
Two-handed, so that is 5 points of damage there. And swing again, probably. Or what else are we doing?
So why is it 5 points of damage?
Your two-handed damage is on the right-hand side, and you didn't get the crit, so it would be the 5, which is the first of the d10s you rolled.
Except that can't be right because your strength is
Oh!
at least +5.
Why isn't your strength in there?
It's
I
still
don't
not
know.
doing the giant thing?
It's still not, and it's all
Uh,
in there.
No,
It's
it's
just not
it's
doing
in
it.
there. It's just not in there
It's
for
not added at all.
the
Your strength
D10.
modifier is +5, so
plus
that was
5,
10 damage.
plus one more, plus one more for the magic for the +1, so it's actually 11 damage. Sorry about that. 11 damage, much better.
And because I use both of my hands, that is both of my hits.
No, you can still swing again.
Okay, then I'll swing again.
15 will not hit though.
Darn it.
All right, that will bring us around to Tyrannosaurus Rex, I believe. Tyrannosaurus, what
All
you
right.
doing?
I'm gonna tail swipe this one that's near me.
Sure could. 19
for
will
20
hit.
points.
20 points of damage. Does not destroy it. It's still there.
I'm gonna provoke an opportunity attack as I move over.
It'll try. 23 for 7.
Okay. And then I will bite the one that's there. I have a 10-foot reach, so I can hit it from where I am.
Sure. Sure
For
do.
25.
And that does destroy it. And as it goes kerfluffle, 2 more suits of armor rise.
Endless.
Are they
Tyrannosaurus.
rising like out of the ground kind of thing?
They
Or
are
is it...
reassembling from all of the armor bits that are scattered about.
Okay.
And that's going to bring up the
I will
armor.
angrily roar at them.
As you angrily roar at them, the armor begins to close in. 25 will get there. 25 will get there. So we got 3 on Anrin, 2 on Tyrannosaurus. So Tyrannosaurus, 4 attacks coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like 20 points of damage to the Tyrannosaurus. Anrin,
Yep.
we got 6 attacks coming at you. Whoop.
Do I retain things like my feats? Would I have Sentinel? I don't know the answer to this.
Pull up the Sentinel thing real quick. I'm gonna roll my attacks because they're gonna happen either way.
Yeah.
So 1.
And I'm
2,
going to use warding flame.
Oh, awesome.
Flare. Sorry.
So warding flare would trigger on the first one.
No, it wouldn't matter. It's only triggered by a creature within 5 feet of me, even
5
if
feet.
they're within my reach.
Okay. So hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was it. Warding flare unfortunately just takes it to a 21. So that one will still hit. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I rolled 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 more to go. 1, 2, 3. Aaron, what's the number I'm aiming for?
16.
Okay, so that is 3. That is 7. That's a miss. That's a miss. That is 15, and that's a miss. 15 total points of bludgeoning damage. And the armor comes to an end. Chiquito.
Oh,
what
you
are
weren't
doing?
raging.
Oh no rage on that one, I don't
So
think.
yeah,
Nope.
okay.
I said ow.
Yeah.
Question: Are these there statues here?
There are statues there. Very pretty statues.
Would it take an action to do a perception look around? see
It
what
would
the
be
heck
an
is going on.
action to investigate, yes.
Okay. Concentration. I was trying to read to see if this was a bonus action to recall it or if it was an action to call lightning again.
Boy, I hope it's an action on each of your turns, because otherwise that's super
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, but you know, I'm assuming it's an action. I think it's an
cast
action.
just-
Either way. All right. Well, I guess I will go ahead and
Yep, action.
attack, and if I see this continuing to happen, then maybe next round I might investigate.
Okay. And where are we
All right.
dropping that bolt?
We are going to drop that bolt. We'll go here
Right
to
there.
hit these two.
So those two,
Yeah.
you got it. And that's going to be, you're just toast.
DC.
You cannot
yeah,
survive
17.
this. And then go ahead and roll me damage for the other one, which could possibly survive it.
All right, and I just want to make sure that was a 3D10. Okay, here you go. 3D10, giving it a second, rolling the dice.
And as
It's
one
rolling.
falls, 2 rises. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Animated armor. Dexterity check. Ba-dum. 17 is
points.
not passed, so it will take all 9 points of damage. And 2 more suits of armor have reassembled themselves. Chiquito. Anything else?
And the original number was 6, and we continue to have 6, correct?
There are currently 6 in motion. They have been
Am I seeing that every one goes down to a rise? Is that what I'm saying?
That is correct math.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, I guess I know what I'm doing next round. Unless someone, maybe I could say, if possible, I think maybe something else might be going on around here. I don't know. They just keep on coming back up.
We need to find the gem, or whatever it is.
Rob Oakes, as you start to call that out, what are you doing to find that gem?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna take my action to do. I was just trying to see if there was any way, if I had any spells to help me out with that, and I don't. But I got rerolls. Oh shit! I hit my inspiration instead of my bardic inspiration last time. Okay. All right. Corrected. I am going to look around for anything that looks sort of like the token that goes to this place.
Sure, give me an investigation.
Investigation.
I would
So
I would
much
think that's probably the right
better
style.
than my perception. Well, actually, they're not that far apart. All right.
Ooh, crushing it. Rob, you start being like, all right, I need a gem. I need a gem. I need a gem. And you're like, I see a gem. And you just get this little glint of red gemstone. And you realize it's being 3-card Montied between the suits of armor. You just caught it as it was assembling. All of a sudden, whoop, it was inside one of those. You're like, I saw red.
Do I?
Can't tell which one it is, though. You know it's in
Um,
one of the armors.
If I sing the cherry pie song, will it occur to me?
I
Because
don't.
it's kind of a deep cut at this point.
I
I mean,
do.
there's some magic in that. There's no magic in cherry. Uh,
I wouldn't say so.
or Warrant. Warrant. That's the name of the band. All right. I all right. I'm gonna bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Healing word. Anrin. And I haven't prepped a self elf song. So, but it would be something along those lines, like express yourself or something like that. But I will cast that at
The T-Rex
second-
tries to vogue,
level.
but the arms are so short.
All right.
And Anrin can't resist and does it.
Nice.
Hmm.
All right, so that'll give you 9 to
Got it.
Anrin, and that's it for me. And I will call out, look for the gem, red gem in the armor.
Red gem in the armor. You got it. So there would have been a perception check needed had the right number come up on these D6s I've been rolling. But with that investigation, you will not need the perception. You just need the magic number to happen. And that magic number is 6. So let's aim for 6. Yaz, what you doing?
Hearing these instructions, I'm gonna try to help and find these gems. And they're in the armor that's already like risen.
In the moving armor, correct.
Gotcha.
So is there a pile of armor next to me?
There's armor scraps all over the place. So basically, there's bits of armor littered everywhere. As they activate, they basically zoop up into a full set. When they're destroyed, they're kind of scattered back out again, and they're not entirely intact sets. You know, some are missing a glove and so on. So there are two moving sets of armor beside you, and then there's pieces all scattered about on the floor.
And no gems
Gotcha.
in the pieces.
No gems in the pieces.
So would I be able to like, if one's already formed, would I be able to like try to reach in and like get one out or something, or
You
is
really
that not a thing?
got to destroy it.
Got to destroy it. Okay. Well,
It's moving with the armor.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I better start working my way over.
Working my way back to armor.
Right here, and I'm going to boop you with my Warhammer shark. Boop.
Boop.
And boop.
Whoa, big bloop.
That is a big bloop.
That is 12 for the first bloop, and the 13 will miss though. So it is still moving about. Yaz, anything else?
Man, that would have been a really good bloop if both hit. No, that'd be it.
All right, Anrin, over to you.
I am bonus action raging at this point.
You got it.
And I'm going to hit. This time I'm just going to try one-handed with the log sword.
Sure. 25 is going to hit. Rage for 2 plus 10 equals 12. So 12 points of damage there. And that was to the one straight south of you? Or the one...
No, it was to the one that Yaz had just
the one that Yaz hit.
smacked.
Good
Yeah.
choice. That does destroy that piece of armor. Let's see if we
Do
get
I
our
see the
6.
gem?
We do not. The gem was not in this castle.
Okay.
However,
So
there are now 2 more suits of armor assembling. Anrin.
this is so frustrating. And I am going to hit the one in front of me.
Sure can. Ooh, can't on that one though. It's 15 will miss.
Still want to bonk it on the head, but I can't. So
That'll bring us to our Tyrannosaurus Rex. Show what you got.
I'm gonna bite the one in front of Anrin.
Bite the one in front of Anrin. Got it. 18 is the magic number. 23 will destroy it. Let's see if we get our D6. There is no red gem to be found in there, but there are 2 more suits of armor assembling. And as they stand up, you can see bits fly off of the existing suits of armor, like one's glove will move away, helmets will shuffle around, so you're really not sure where the red gem might be. It could even be in the new ones that just stood up.
Okay.
Show, I think we still
I'm
got a
gonna
tail swipe.
tail whap this one here.
You got it. Sure do.
I don't
It's
know what you're talking about, Bobby.
it's sturdy though. It's
You boys been whacking in my tool shed.
stays standing.
I'm gonna whack him in the tool shed.
Well, not that time. That's gonna bring up the horde of armor, and the
Same.
horde of armor starts closing in.
I'm getting some propane and propane accessories.
Propane accessories.
Oh.
Propane accessories.
All right, so we're gonna go 3, 3, and 2. 3 on the Tyrannosaurus, so 6 attacks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's gonna be 6, 13, 20, 33 points of damage, I believe. Double check me on that one if you don't mind. We're gonna have 3 attacks on Anrin. The first one, we're going to say Sentinel does work. It is within 5 feet. And so you can go ahead and give me a bite on this first attack here.
I will do that. Oh,
Are you
I
still
have not been
raging?
paying attention to this. Every time I bite, I have somebody in my mouth and they're restrained. So I can't bite because I just pick somebody up and put them in my mouth.
Okay, then
So I'm gonna tail whap with my.
Oh.
you got it. Tail whap.
I'm gonna miss.
And we're going to miss. And because I didn't factor that in there, we're going to say 4 people actually attacked you. And the guy inside will now thrash at you and do... hang on. That missed.
Well, I took my damage, so
yeah. So I'm just gonna have 2... wait. This finishes out Anrin. That's a miss. We're going to have this guy here swap with that guy there. So there'll be 2 more attacks coming at Tyrannosaurus at disadvantage.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard. I thought the previous attacks had already come at me, so they've not attacked me yet.
The
I gotta
first...
add my hit points.
no, you're
back
good.
on.
The first set hit you, so that
Okay.
I don't throw an extra set of attacks without disadvantage. I'm going to attack twice with disadvantage. Someone who was going to be targeting Anrin will target you instead to make up for the set that we missed. So these are at disadvantage on the Tyrannosaurus. Bump. 1 would hit for 6. And so Tyrannosaurus, please take 6 more. And then we've got... so those 4 were actually over there. Those 2 were over there. Ammon's taken care of. And now we got the Yaz pair. Yaz will have 4 attacks coming at Yaz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the Yaz set was on point. Yaz, what are we aiming for there? 15, 16, 17 for you?
I want to say 18. 18
would be good. So that is 6, that is 9, that is 16 points of damage for the Yaz crowd. And that is it for the animated armor. Sorry for the confusion. Chiquito, what are you doing?
For every animated armor that is destroyed, is it still just a D6 roll? Or has it gone up?
Still a D6 roll that is being rolled. You want to see, you get a 1 in 6 chance of seeing the gem, and so far you just haven't had the luck yet.
I guess these might have a better chance. I think maybe it might be getting destroyed. So I'm gonna go ahead and go
one
here.
with the net is in my mouth.
Yeah.
Sure.
So either way, I'm gonna go ahead and slam it right here.
Give it a little tingle.
And we're gonna go ahead and do a little tingle. I need a DC 17 Dex save.
You get it.
Please,
Typewriter
from those
style.
3.
The one in the middle is at disadvantage. 17 passes. 8 will miss. 7 will miss. So go ahead and show me my 3d10s of lightning damage.
Something big. 13 points.
13 is the magic number for the one in the middle. It falls. The other 2, not quite. But that will bring up
6.
That will bring up our D6 roll. D6, bam, 2! And 2 more suits of armor. Join the fray.
Ow.
Charge the guns!
Rob Oakes.
Oh. Okay.
There's no way to like make it easier than a D6, right? Like there's no thing that we could do. That-
No. So out of character, I can tell you no. You have decoded what you need to do. You got to
Okay.
destroy. You got to destroy him and get a little lucky. There was a
Okay.
thing on top of it, which was the perception check, but you've already got that on lock with that massive
That's good.
investigation.
So it was possible that we could have got the D6 roll and still failed to spot the gems.
Exactly. That's basically if that had happened, I would have just not mentioned anything, and it would have been back up in the mix.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna
glad I'm a big dumb animal right now.
just gonna try to help everybody else out here.
Mhm.
So I'd like to cast Fairy Fire here,
Oh, sure.
and I'm gonna make them glow green just because Rob knows that red is the color complement of green, and that it should actually stand out more
Oh, very festive too.
against a green
Ah.
color.
All that artist background.
Ah.
And that is
Color Rex hates
Ah,
Christmas.
that is
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think they are all failing. So
My
we
DC
got
17, I think. So
yeah.
Yeah.
These are all advantage to attack now.
and
Ah,
then
Big old T-Rex head turns to the lit up guys.
then I will bonus action just to buff up for Yaz.
Fairy fire
Uh-oh.
concentration.
It
Oh.
is.
Ooh,
Oh
back.
no!
Oh.
Damn it! I didn't think about that. Fairy fire is concentration. No.
Big old T-Rex head turns for a moment and then disappears.
Show still hates Christmas.
I feel like Chiquito's even more afraid now that Show's back because Show is really pissed.
So I was on a 19. I'll have to get added back in. Should I just roll and then change it?
No, we'll just throw you back in on the 19. That's
I'm
I rolled myself in and then I'm adding myself.
Okay, you got it.
At the 19.
I'm a little bummed, but not too bummed because actually I think we need a little more brains at the table. Okay.
Sorry to disappoint.
Alright.
That's not me.
Rob was there was a word about another buff. Was there something else happening there?
There is not.
Okay.
I decided not to do it.
You got it. Yaz, over to you.
All right, I'm gonna keep hitting the one that's in front of me.
That one down
Uh,
there,
Yeah, it
all lit
seem-
up in green,
Yeah, it
advantageously.
seems to be what's working, I guess. Bap and bap.
Oh, that is a pair of baps. That is 23 points of bapping.
Nice. And
which-
I forgot I have this still. I'm gonna use Hungry Jaws just because I can.
Oh, sure.
So bite.
A 17, however, will miss. So the Hungry
Dang.
Jaws does not land.
I gnaw on the armor just kind of threateningly.
Going a
Um,
little bit.
and unfortunately, 23, while a huge hit, does not drop a freshly reassembled set of armor. Anrin, what you up to?
I'm going to hit the one in front of me
Sure can. Advantageously.
advantageously.
Pair of 21s will work. That will do the what
This
happened
is
here?
one-handed.
One-handed.
So the
9.
right hand one needs to add 5 to it.
No, it did. She rolled a 1 plus 5 plus 1 for the magic, so that is 9.
But the right hand one is her
It's two-handed.
Two-handed, right?
She said she was doing one-handed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
We'll
Yep.
get there eventually. Yep, you got it.
Stupid roll 20. Put the bonuses on all of them.
Really? Okay, next one.
23 solid for 15 more points of damage. Oh, still standing though. We're still floating.
Ah,
Ah, only.
see what I can do with the bonus action. Is there a bonus action? Anything I can do? No. I'm just
Only.
I've already raged. I don't think you have anything healing. No, you can't healing word while you're raging.
nope. I can't healing word while I'm raging. No, so I'm gonna copy Yaz and just impotently gnaw on the armor in front of me.
As all that happens and Sho is spitting chunks of armor out of her mouth, Sho, what are you doing?
Disoriented for a moment, then I will rage.
Okay.
Step into here, call lightning on the one in front of Anrin.
One in front of Anrin, you got it. We'll Dexy Chexy. Ooh, passes.
Ooh, takes it.
Yeah.
So then I will hit it with a Morning Star.
Yes, you do.
15?
13, 15, that is enough. That destroys a suit of armor as it
Oh.
falls.
Oh.
No!
Oh my goodness.
Two
then I
more
will
suits of
turn and
armor
strike-
assemble.
I will strike the one to the south of me.
19 will hit.
27 because he's lit up.
Oh, 27, yep, absolutely.
But only 10 points of damage.
Only 10, not enough to crush that armor. And with that, the armor closes in. And gonna move up. Gonna
I
move
feel like we
up.
should run.
Gonna close in. Gonna close in. Gonna close in. Gonna close in. All right, we're gonna start
Oh my
over with
God.
Rob. Rob, you got 4 slams coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those all miss.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Show. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 suits of armor after you. So you have 8 slams coming your way. Put a little number there so I can separate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think only the 19 and the 20 hit. Go ahead and take the damage there. Anrin, you've got 2 suits of armor coming after you. Show one of those is lit up like a Christmas ornament if you want to take the shot on that one.
I sure do.
You got it. With advantage, it's super missed.
I didn't.
You did not.
So 15 from me.
Doing 15 there. It's
To
still
crack the one in
standing.
front of Anrin.
So it will still go after Anrin. 19 will probably hit Anrin for 7.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Actually, it will be halved because now I am raging.
Excellent. And that is... Oh, I got 2 more attacks coming at Anrin. Anrin, 2 more coming at you. 10 miss, 9 miss. And then Yaz, I got 4 attacks coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 19 for 5, and the rest, I think, miss. Chiquito. There's a lot of armor in the air. What are you doing?
Is. I guess I'm gonna strike it here because that's where I get most of them.
I
Got
can
it.
feel it
1,
coming in
2,
the air tonight.
3. All right.
Dexy
DC
Chexies.
17.
1, 2, 3. All
Oh,
fail.
good. Awesome. Let's get some big numbers. Here we go. Boop. 15 points.
15's a good number. That is
Are
not
you
quite
okay?
dead. That is dead. 1 falls. As it falls,
6.
come on. 1.
No, of course not.
2 more suits of armor. Join the fray.
I hope you're enjoying this because this is our campaign now.
This is how it
Yeah.
goes now.
Yeah.
We got 15 points of
At
damage
least
to this
now
one.
you have like a whole bunch of armored velociraptors running around. How
Yeah,
does it feel?
got it. That's exactly it. Rob, it's round. Oh, actually, Chiquito, any bonus action or other such stuff?
That's going to be it. I mean, if I could move back a little bit, I would, but I'm not going to be able to As long as I could see everything,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna.
see everything from there any further, and you would fall out of sight of this area, and that might be bad, you suspect.
Yeah, I figured. Chiquita will stay right there and hope that we take a few of these guys down.
All right, Yaz.
Oh, do I get to go?
Oh, what did I do? I skipped Rob Oaks. Rob Oaks.
I will cast Thunderwave
Okay,
on the 2 on me.
certainly may.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Got it. And see it. That is con. That is con.
Yep.
1, 2.
One made it.
So
Believe that's.
10 instead of 20.
I'm reading comprehend languages. That's not gonna help me.
20 full
Oh.
and bounce back 10. Ba-ba.
Yep. All right, cool.
Bonus action or movement?
No.
Yaz.
Yes.
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 I am going to. I'm gonna boop the one in front of Anrin.
You got it with advantage. Let's see a boop.
With advantage. Come on, boops.
I move my head so it doesn't get
Ooh.
booped.
26 is a solid boop, and that's enough to drop that one on the first hit. So let's roll our 1d6.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Achoo!
Of
Yes.
course not.
No.
We'd like a DM reroll.
2 more sorts of armor. Join the fray. Yes, that second one can hit the one beside you, if you would like.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Just gonna bop that one.
You got it. 18 will bop for 15 points of damage. And as these new suits of armors are forming up, bits of them are glowing with fairy fire, but not in the fully illuminated way. It's just, the odd cod piece and, knee.
Yeah.
Yaz, any bonus action or movement?
Codpiece is my new band name.
I mean, no.
No.
God, peace in the weenies.
Anrin, it is over to the Raging
Coming up
You.
next.
What do we got?
Okay, so the raging me is going to hit the one that's to my right. That one, yes. Thank
got it?
you. Okay, first
Standard attack.
off.
Let's see it.
Okay. This one's going to be two-handed, just out of perversity.
Two-handed. That will hit at a 21. That will be 3 plus 6, 9 plus 2, 11. And that hits.
Okay, I'm going to do it one more time.
You got it. That will
It doesn't
not
hit.
hit.
Do you have a reroll do you want to use?
I do, and why
Alrighty.
not? Okay, so I'm going to use my reroll. Mark that first. Do it again.
Reroll
Come on, be
deployed.
nice.
Oh,
There you go.
26 is going to hit. That is 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 2 is 13 points of damage. Ooh, not quite enough to drop it though. It hurt, but not dropped. Anrin, I don't think any bonus action, any movement?
Nope.
You got it. Show.
All right. We'll do the whole lightning on the one to my north, next to Anrin.
Norte. Dexy Chexy. 16 isn't good enough. 4
4
doesn't
points of
drop
lightning
it.
damage. And then I will attack the one to my south.
Then attack
with
the one to the south
advantage.
with advantage. 22 is a good thing you had advantage. 13, 14, 15.
Mhm.
It did not fall down.
And then second attack.
Pair of
Ooh,
15s
nope.
will miss.
That's it.
Getting tired. It's like
That's all I got.
flailing. For
Yeah.
real.
So, Kogo, thank you for the cheers and hello out there.
Yay, Corey.
Yay.
The
Hi.
armor surges forward, and as I surge forward with the armor, let's go ahead and get moved up there. Woo! Moved up there.
That one looks like it's probably moving through a space I threaten.
No, it would move through its friend.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Fine.
This one's gonna move up here. This one's gonna move up here. And they are now all surrounding people. We're gonna start off with the 3 attacking Rob Oakes. Rob, 6 attacks coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they tagged you
1, 2, 3, 4 times.
3, 4 times. Go ahead and take that damage. That's going to be 6, 10,
17.
18. I'm going to trust your math.
Okay.
Uh,
6, 10, 18, 23.
all right. Now we're going
Sorry.
to go after the Yaz to the right. Yaz, you've got 4 attacks coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, these guys were on it. Does a
them hit.
16 get you?
Nope.
Nope. So 16 points of damage from the first 2. Then we're gonna go to Sho and Anrin. Did you survive last time? Nope. You're a fresh set of armor. You're a fresh set of armor. You don't know what's about to happen to you. So we're gonna start with the armor that could trigger the attack from Sho if Sho chooses. This is going after Anrin. Slam. That's a miss. Sho, are you
Yeah,
attacking it?
I will do that.
You may do so. 23 will hit. That
For
is
18.
18. That's a lot of damage, but this was a fresh set. It still survives to make the second attack on Anrin. 12 is going to miss. I got 2 more attacks going at Anrin. 1, 2. Anrin comes away clean. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 suits of armors attacking Sho, which is a total of 10 attacks. Sho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
2 hits.
2 hits. Please go ahead and take your damage.
13, 6 points of damage.
Isn't it nice to have armor?
I don't have any. I don't wear it.
Isn't it nice to have a battle dress? Chiquito.
Starting to be tattered.
Chiquito, it comes round to you. How's everybody doing? Do we need to take a 5-minute drink break because we've been in a long combat here? Are we good?
This is our lives now.
This is
This is it.
all right. Chiquito, fire it up.
I guess here. I know more and more are showing up. Can I see from where I'm at least the damaged ones? Just because I am losing track myself.
That would be a good spot to do some damage.
Right here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Our DC 17, please.
DC 17. 1, 2, 3. All 3
All right,
fail.
they all fail.
Let's see big numbers.
19
is
Pretty
big
good.
numbers. That will drop 2 suits of armor. So we're gonna roll 2 D6s.
And get 4 more suits of armor.
A 5 and
Hey!
a 2.
And a
You're
Got
getting
7 is
closer,
More than 6.
and you get 4 more suits of armor. Woo!
I
Isn't that one
Loaded
still
dice.
just
Loaded dice.
Loaded dice.
I refuse. That's
Chiquito,
it.
anything else?
That's it.
All right, Rob Oakes, up to you.
Oh yeah, it's all up to me.
All up to you. Bring it
I'm a-
home.
Bard.
That's class.
Yep.
Sometimes
It is.
statistical anomalies happen.
The bard can do anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna thunder wave again
Okie dokie.
because it's really all I got for this sort of situation.
Thunderwave is what, a 15-foot cube?
The cube in front of me, so the ones on the side of me would not be affected.
Correct. So, I mean, if you're going for maximum, You
I
could
could
probably
hit these guys here. You can't see what I'm doing.
this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna do it at 5th level.
Ooh, biggins.
Nah,
Let's.
that's too much.
That's too much.
That's just too much. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3rd level.
3rd level. All right. So I'm gonna roll my cons. Wait, con or dex on this one?
I think it's con. It's about to show up.
Got it. Con
Cons.
saves it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One pass, and that will be you. The others are going to take 14 points damage
And move 10 feet away from me.
and get 10 feet away from you. That is going to kill 2 of them.
Yay!
Come on.
So we're going to
Come
roll
on.
Come on, come
I'm gonna
on.
roll a 3 and a
Come
4.
on.
2d6.
See, a 3 and a 4.
3 and a 4.
A 5 and a
5 and
4.
I was real close.
That was close.
So
Rub.
that is going to drop this one, this one. We are going to see 4 more suits of armor assemble, just like the Avengers.
Aren't they getting
And
threadbare by now?
Like Age of Ultron, maybe.
Age of Ultron.
Dun, dun.
14 there, 14 there, 7 there. All right, Yaz.
Yes.
Yes!
Yaz.
Thinks he should not be where he is anymore and disengages to run away.
Run away!
Run
I have no spells, so I'm gonna go. Educate though.
No.
And that's it.
You got it. Anrin.
Hey, how you doing?
I feel rough. It's pretty bad out there. Did you see it?
I'm
Okay.
watching. I'm
Is
here.
there any damage being next to me?
These
I hit-
2, 3,
Yeah.
like these 3 are in bad shape. So this one right here is damaged. Damaged.
Physically and emotionally.
Okay. Well, I can only hopefully, no matter what I do, I can only kill 2 of them if I switch to my glaive. So I'm switching to my glaive
Ooh,
and just my
you-
regular glaive.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and start with the one to my right.
16 will miss.
Okay, well, I'm going to try the one on my right again because at least maybe get 1.
22 will hit. 11 points of damage. Will not drop it. Close, but
Really?
not quite.
I'm cursing in Elvish. Just a steady stream at this point.
That seems like a good way to handle this situation. Joe,
Yes.
what you up to?
I'm irritated.
Mm.
So I'm going to provoke several opportunity attacks
Okay.
because I am heading to Rob,
Okay.
and I am not doing so cautiously.
Okay.
So I'm moving to here. So these, I got 3 of them get opportunity attacks on me.
You got it. 3 slams coming at show. 1, 2, 3. 18?
We'll miss.
Will miss. All right. You are there now.
And then I'm attacking the one south of Rob first with the lightning
You got it. Dexy Chexy. Misses for 6.
for 6.
Still there.
And then the Morning Star.
Will hit. That
For
will destroy
17.
it. 1d6.
Come on.
6!
Thank you.
Red
Oh.
gem hits the floor. You see it. You doing anything about that,
I
Jim?
don't. Someone else might.
Rob
I'm
Okay.
stepping
will.
forward and attacking the other one next to Rob.
You got it.
Oh
Let's.
man, show's over it.
All right.
And
Is this-
hitting that one for 13.
That is still standing at the moment.
That's what I got.
You got it. At that point, armor surge. Let's see here. Boom. Boom. Can't reach, can't reach, can't reach.
This looks awful.
Boom. 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 It reaches. It reaches.
Well, this is fun.
Can't reach. Reaches. All right. We're gonna start off with the 2 on Rob. Rob. First one can trigger the attack from Show.
And will.
12 is probably gonna miss Rob. Let's see that attack. 11 will
misses.
miss, so it survives to take the second attack on Rob. 16, Rob?
It's
Hits for 8.
Unless you're cutting words it.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. On the other side, a pair of attacks coming in on Rob. 1, 2,
Because I know
6,
I
and
got more
7
coming.
miss. We are now down to the Show crowd.
Oh. Shit! I should have. I was so certain the next one was. Damn it! You should just deal with the one you know, right?
Oh, you know what? Here, I will give you the opportunity because I did get a reroll, so I will deploy my reroll. Give you the opportunity to use that cutting words on the second set there. An 11, nope, you still can't use your cutting words.
God damn! I could have saved myself some.
That's okay. There's 10 attacks coming at me. I'm sure you could use it.
Well, I will use it for you.
There
Yep.
are 10 attacks coming at Show, and here they come. Let's throw a little T in here just so I know where the divider is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh, shit.
9, 10. Oh, a few of
Any
those
of-
hit.
Any
4
of-
of them
any-
are going to hit.
Okay, so will any of them, if I cutting word the attack?
Very, very possible.
Okay, because I rolled a D10 last time and I shouldn't have. It was a D8. I failed anyway.
I mean, there's
The
three-
22 is the closest.
2 22s and a 23 that are going to hit me. Or
And
two
your armor class
23s.
is 20, right?
It's not quite. No, it's 19.
19. I'm gonna try it. I think I want to wipe the attack.
You got
more
it.
than the damage. Roll 1d8. Yeah.
Yes. So you'll wipe out, we'll say that first 22, 23? Was the 23? Where did 22
Whatever
go?
one looks the
Oh,
most
22.
grievous. Bob.
Well, you wouldn't get to know that one, so you'd go for the one that's
I know.
easiest, which is the
One.
22, which was for 8, so it was the previous one anyway.
No, what I'm looking at, the first 22 is for 6. Is that the one we're canceling?
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I didn't go up far enough. Yes. First 22 was for
Okay.
6. Yep.
Okay, then I'm after rage. I'm taking 10 points damage.
You got it. Now that's going to bring us around to Anrin. Anrin's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 folks
8,
on.
9, 10, 11,
11,
12.
12.
You actually got a little higher than 12. You got a total of 14 attacks
12.
coming in on Anrin. So Anrin,
Wow.
here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, the song
6,
doesn't go to
7,
14,
8,
so we
9,
can't do that.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I think I heard you say the flare.
Yes.
Okay,
You
the
did.
flare will save you on that first one. Takes a 23 down to a 10. And then after that, we've got a 21, which will do you 8.
For 4.
Yep, hang on. 23, which will take that up to 14 total. And 18, which will take it to 19. And then that'll cut it in half down to a 9. So
Not too shabby.
9
Nope.
points. You are
Sweet
raging,
rage
correct?
Goodness.
Oh yes.
All right. And that will then bring us round to Chiquito.
Keto definitely saw that little gem fall.
The gem is on the floor.
The gem is on the floor. Chiquito's going to go up and grab the gem.
Okay. You run up, you grab the gem. You have a gem. It's a shiny red bloodstone.
And all the other crap, they're also attacking, huh?
They are all still attacking.
I
Bentley Bear. Sorry. Just had a
I
thought.
yeah, I have the gem. Time to go. I got the gem, time to go.
Time to go. You grab the gem. You would be grabbing the gem from right around here. So you would need to step back out to right about there. That'll incur 2 attacks of opportunities from those fellas, assuming you stay right about here. Or do you have enough movement to get there with a disengage and get back out again?
Let's see. I was here. 5, 10, 15. Probably not.
Squeezy squeeze.
I think you'd basically get crawling under Rob from here, grabbing it, then crawling back there, and you could do that with the disengage, yeah. Disengage, get there, object interaction, back out. So
Yeah.
you can be right there with no attacks of opportunity.
Here, right where I am.
Right where you are.
Okay. That object interaction was my action to grab the gem.
That disengage would be your action to not get
that's right,
attacks when you
duh.
backed out.
That's right, disengage. Okay. Maybe we're going
Okay.
through. I don't know if up or down matters, but
Rob, you missed the opportunity to be under the battle dress. But what are you doing now?
Damn it, you read my mind. All right. Not to be creepy, I wouldn't have looked. All right. I grab Show and say, "Come with me if you want to live." And I cast Dimension Door at 5th level because I have to upcast it because I'm out of 4th level.
I'm not willing to leave.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That makes things harder.
All right. So you grab the arm. Show's like, "Mah!" And you know she's not going to leave. Are you still casting the spell?
Do I lose the spell?
You have not cast it yet. So basically, this is like you grab Show like it's time to go. She's like, "Mah!" And you're like, "Whoop."
Nope.
then-
I'm gonna push.
We have a compatriot that will not be left. I'm not willing to leave.
Okay. I will then.
Keto will nudge you with his elbow, though. Maybe that
Tito is willing to leave.
He just like threads his arm through.
See, I felt like
all the way to here.
Rob cast polymorph on himself.
Okay. What is Rob going to become?
T-Rex.
Ooh. Rob Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like Scooby always
if I lose
says.
my concentration, it goes to crap, and so I don't like casting it
Tyrannosaurus
on myself.
Rob.
But that's what I'm gonna do.
So as you appear, we're just gonna have to do a little bump.
Yeah, we can move Chiquito up. That's fine.
Little up.
Little womp.
And I don't think I get to attack that round, right?
That would be your action to cast the spell, so you would not have an action to attack with at the moment.
Got it.
But you're a giant dinosaur. Yes. There's another dino in the play.
All right. That makes me happy. I want to go, but no one else seems to be leaving.
We need to get out. Go. But it's tiny arms, so you can't see.
But then we're separated. That's what freaks me out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I'm sorry.
To be fair, would it be like there? We could move further up and not lose sight of our party, correct? Like if we moved
15 feet. So in 15 feet, it curves enough that you would lose sight of a person more than 15 feet ahead. So
Yaz
basically,
is in the last block.
Yaz could go back to like here and be 15. Well, that's not, be 15 feet away from Chiquito, so see Chiquito, but could no longer see into the area because they'd be around the curve.
So if I were here, it would be safe still, or was
That's
is that still considered safe?
Oh, you're still safe. You were still able to see Chiquito, so you're still within the range, but you're losing track of what's going on in here because really you're like there as this bends, and you
Gotcha,
would be
gotcha.
losing the angle.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess what I'll do is I'll fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts
Okay.
at can I fire them right about there?
Sure. Yep.
All right, because Anrin, that's a bad place to be. So I'm
Thank you.
gonna let
No. Oh no!
no. I have 4 rerolls. Can I use 2 of them?
Sure. On separate rolls, yes.
Cool.
No!
Ah!
Oh, poor
Good
post-it
try.
note.
It was worth it to try and help Anrin.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I tried, and I'm gonna go to that
Sure.
spot where I'm like still safe.
You
but
got it. So we'll
making
just
my way out.
kind of put you over here, and basically that's the raggedy edge of what you're able to see by peering around as this curves away. And that's going to bring us to Anrin. Anrin, you are in a pile of armor. What are you doing?
Okay, so I am raging, and I'm
Mhm.
not wearing heavy armor, and
Mhm.
so I'm going to use one of my eagle spirit skills, and I am going to go ahead and use my dash. So I know
So
I can only.
currently
I don't
you
know
are
how it works by moving
You're
half speed
surrounded.
through one.
yes, currently you are surrounded, so you cannot move through any of these squares. You'll need to clear at least a path to get out.
Should have been a halfling.
So you'd have to kill or push one of these folks to clear a way to run. I don't think Eagle lets you move through opponents' squares.
Nope.
Okay,
But so then I'll just go ahead and kill one of them and get them out of the way.
that sounds like a
And
good
then I
plan.
can, that's what I'm gonna do,
Sure,
hopefully.
let's do
So,
that. Of them up here, these two look pretty beat.
okay, I'm gonna take the one right in front of me.
You got it. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that.
That's real bad.
I'm not good. That's
I'm
real
gonna say
not
that's
good.
pretty not
Not
good.
pretty not good.
It's not
Better.
so
Oh,
good.
19,
they-
19 is much better. That is a total of 13 points
That's
of
pretty
damage.
okay, yeah.
That will destroy this particular piece of armor. It will
bringing
bring
up
2 more into play, but they're back here.
So then I'm going to go ahead and bonus action dash,
Okay.
and they have disadvantage on attacks of opportunity.
Okay. And how far are you going?
You may as well take your second attack before you dash. Because when you take the attack action, you get 2 regardless.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I can?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize I could.
So you
Well,
can
then I will do that.
whack
I will
away
go
this
ahead
fella
and
here.
kill that one too, hopefully.
One less attack, hopefully. Meh.
Ah, I missed it.
It's all
I'm
right.
not wait. Yeah. So 10, 15, 20. I can't go through the bush. Hi, Chiquito.
Run! Just see all this crap behind you. There's like the armor is so much less than what it should be. They're missing pieces
They're missing
everywhere.
pieces.
Right.
It's all sorts of just chunks floating at you. They're always in the shape of people, but now like you can see where one's got like a huge tooth indent from the previous Tyrannosaurus. So let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks coming from these animated
That's really
armors
helpful.
on the opportunity. They are all at disadvantage, so this should be a hard hit. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all missed.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Well
That's
done.
great.
I'm just going to, I'm
All of
going
them
to
having
wiggle my
one
butt
single
at
digit
this
roll.
point.
Yeah, I was watching that going, my God, it's a shitty
That
roll
was
on every
amazing.
pair.
Anrin, well done. You are out of danger-ish. Show, you're still in mid-peril. What are you doing?
Uh, I'm gonna provoke 3 opportunity attacks from
Okay.
the ones nearest me. I look actually 4 from all the ones that are adjacent to me right now.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna move through the T-Rex, so I only provoke those 4.
Okay. We're going to take those 4 swings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one of them critted. So
Fine, you only crit for 6.
Yep.
And the last one hit me as well.
You
so
got it. So
that's
10
5
total,
points of
half to
damage.
5.
And then I'm gonna call lightning on this one that is adjacent to me here.
Sure can. Dexy Chexy.
Here we go.
10 will hit it for
Next
6.
to him.
Yep.
And then the Morning Star will miss and then miss.
Oh.
Here we go.
And then it's onslaught time. All right. So. Filling
That's
in
not so bad.
all the spots.
Let's go. Time
Okay.
to go.
So we're gonna have 2 on Chiquito. First swing on Chiquito.
I will crack it.
Go ahead and give it a shot. 27 is gonna hit. Do more than 7. You did more than 7.
Nice.
It doesn't get to make its second attack. Chiquito, you got 2 more coming at you. 1, 2. 23 is gonna
One
hit for
hit.
6.
6. I have a concentration check
Yours?
at advantage, but it's okay.
Nice. Show, you've got 4 attacks coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 21 will hit for 3.
Oh man, that's reduced to 1 with rage.
That is. Rob, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suits of animated armor attacking you.
This is going to be so many Constitution rolls.
So, here come
Not
your
if you fail the first one.
here come your
Not-
12
that's true.
attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think a lot of those did hit. Your armor class
Only
is a
the
what?
last 2 misses.
Oh,
Only the 7 and the 6 missed. Everything else hit.
all right. So, well, they may or may not, because if you fail concentration halfway through this burst, you will then be in Rob Oak's form as they finish out. So,
Well-
You'd be out of their reach because you'd be in the middle of that space, right?
and they would just sort of like glurf in.
I
But
I dropped the T-Rex sheet. Here, hold on. I gotta find it again.
yeah, grab that
Stand
T-Rex
up
sheet
here.
and then
Okay. When I click on character sheet, it gives me a full character sheet. Shouldn't it give me something with clickables or?
You should be seeing a T-Rex sheet. Are you in under the zoo?
Yep.
And you click the Tyrannosaurus and
I did.
character sheet. Whoa, what is going on with the character sheet for the T-Rex?
Oh, we have a
Ooh.
new player character. Ba-doom.
I pulled it up. I was pulling it up on D&D Beyond rather than through
I can do that. I can do that too.
Roll20. It was just easier.
Yeah, if you don't
Okay.
mind, I will fix that sheet at some point. I don't know why I did it.
Very
we-
easy to do. Very
Can we
easy
have
to.
a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Is this the surprise at the end of the maze?
Your own pet Tyrannosaurus.
Casey's playing a player character too.
We don't want that T-Rex to join us because it has a 10 in every stat.
All right, that took forever because D&D Beyond search functionality is a little funky. At least it is for me. And so con save.
Especially if you misspell Tyrannosaurus.
No, I spelled it right. It just kept
I
giving me
didn't.
weird.
That's why it
Plus
took me a long
4
time.
on the con saves is what I'm seeing.
All right, here we go. First con.
Fail.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Gonna re-roll.
Okay.
22, first pass. Second pass, third pass, fourth pass, fifth pass, sixth pass, seventh pass, eighth pass, ninth pass, 10th pass, and you are clear.
Oh.
All that damage is
Why
going to
am I
the
not
T-Rex.
seeing any of those rolls?
Me
Uh,
either not.
It was whispering to the
I-
DM.
I have
okay.
something. I have mine set up to whisper to DM.
Okay.
Yeah.
From
So
okay.
when I used to run.
That's okay.
that's okay.
All right.
That's
Uh,
okay.
So that was okay then.
Yeah, that was okay.
That's
Then
okay.
how much damage do
That's
I
fine.
do? I gotta go back and do the
You're
damage.
Yeah,
then.
we're gonna have to
that's
start
pretty
adding some
okay.
stuff up there, but I'm gonna say it's not gonna take out a T-Rex this round.
No.
So Chiquito,
so-
as the horde has progressed,
Huh.
what are you doing?
I have options.
Mm-hmm.
And who do I think is more stubborn? The T-Rex or Show to pull out of the way? I don't even know. Can I pull the T-Rex out?
No, you can't. I don't think you can grapple
Depends what if
something
you
that big.
maybe you have something that could do it, but you can only grapple something that's your size or large or one category
What?
large.
Yeah, you can. So you cannot carry the T-Rex.
A giant constrictor snake could.
Yes, that is a true statement.
Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Let's see. I'm gonna ask either if I can. What would be better for us? Would it be better to cast Speak with Animals and talk with, even though he could understand this, I guess, talk with Rob T-Rex and tell him it's time to go, or should I just do like an actual? You know what? I'm gonna do that because I feel like that might be a little bit a stronger bond. Telling Rob, I'm gonna cast Talk with Animals, Speak with Animals,
Mhm.
because this is the first time ever doing it, and I'm still not even I'm talking to our party, even though he probably could hear us, and I'm still gonna tell him, "Rah, it's me, Chiquito. You were not really."
Sorry. Sorry.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Sun's getting mighty low.
Follow me.
All right.
And as the sun's getting low and the Tyrannosaurus is being urged to follow Chiquito, please everyone do make sure you update your post-it notes. Pruno has bought everyone a reroll. And
Thank you,
Awesome.
thanks for the follow, the Bard's Codpiece. We were just discussing glowy codpieces a little bit earlier. And
Like you
Chiquito,
do.
like you do.
I'm going to, since I feel like we all have the opportunity to leave at this
Mhm.
moment, and I've done my best
Mm-hmm.
to tell the giant Tyrannosaurus to follow,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to provoke one opportunity attack and leave.
Sure. As you go to leave, the armor gives you a big old hug and tries to grapple you.
You show gun.
Could I have your choice, athletics or acrobatics? You're going to need to
Yeesh.
beat a 21, though.
21. Jeez.
Come on, Blackjack.
You can do it.
All right. I guess I'm doing acrobatics.
A 13. He's a hugging on
I'm gonna
you.
use the reroll, I guess.
Yeah, I had inspired Chiquito.
Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
21.
21
Nice.
matches. You get
Nice.
Go
away.
to the runner.
Well done.
I go like this. And I do the straight arm in his face, and I leave.
Chiquito is out and away. That brings us to Tyrannosaurus Oaks.
No,
Follow Chiquito.
Follow
remember the voice.
Wise and smart.
It won't actually let me move it. Like I can't. It just yanks it right back.
Yeah, that's due to the issues with the control deck. But that will
Okay.
go ahead and move out. You are doing a disengage to make the move.
Say that you
Yes,
disengage.
The Tyrannosaurus is disengaging. It hears Chiquito's voice. It's like, I'm gonna juke. I'm gonna juke to the left and then run to the north.
Okay,
just
that
devours
gets
some
You
hedges on the way.
intelligence.
that gets Tyrannosaurus Oaks out of the room. Yaz is already out and away. Yaz, basically all I can think you could do at this point would be to peek back in and take a pot shot if you felt like it.
That's honestly probably what he would do.
Okay.
I'm thinking, yes, that's what he would do.
Okay.
He'd probably aim for what's next to Cho.
You got it.
So, blip, blip.
Blip, blip, and whoa, that's some good
Ooh.
blets.
That's a
First one will miss by a little bit. Second one's gonna hit hard though. 11 points
Yay!
of damage. Doesn't drop the armor though.
I helped, and then run
Did
back
help.
around.
Anrin, you are just outside the hedge as well. I don't think you have any ranged stuff. But is
do
there anything
not.
you want to do while you're there?
So did the T-Rex push me to where I'm at right now?
You're all kind of just like edging your way down the hedge, like just trying to stay like in view of show. So you're like 14 and 9/10 feet away.
Oh no, there's nothing that I can do other than to. I don't know if Show can hear me. I say, Show, don't be a hero, and then just keep on
Now.
going.
All right, show.
Well, I was gonna leave, but now hearing
Now.
that I'm gonna charge. I'm gonna move back just so I can hold this opening space.
Okay. As you start
So
making your way,
just outside enough that only two of them can get to me, but I'm staying there to make sure they don't chase anybody else.
you basically clear the threshold. You just kind of come around the bend, and you hear a little ping, work, and the gem disappears. You are able to leave this area, and the animated armor does not pursue. Congratulations.
I want
You
a
are
nap.
out of turn.
Yeah, me too. That was. I want to bite something.
As you make your way back, you arrive back at the sundial. There are two shadows. One points north, one points east. And a different Tyrannosaurus comes up in Rex's house. But I think just because
This one might go to sleep.
that took a little steam out of me, we might draw to a close here. I will ask the party which way?
North, south.
If the T-Rex
East?
doesn't do it, I'm wrenching the sundial off and smashing it.
Sun-
Oh, I'm
smash-
totally smash. I'm actually taking a giant T-Rex dump on it.
And then I will wrench it off of there and smash it with poop all over it.
Oh,
So the sundial is befouled and destroyed, but
At a pawn.
it does still leave you with 8 directions and a well.
It doesn't fucking matter. They're all the same.
I'm about ready to just jump down the well.
6 seasons in a movie.
We've gone north, we've gone east, we've gone northwest, right? Correct?
And south.
And south. So west? I don't know. Probably
My
west.
brain hurts.
Sleep first.
It doesn't. I don't think it matters which way we go.
Well, west. We'll find out.
Sleep first.
We'll see.
Oh. Well,
Can we,
we-
do you want me to put the dome up and take a longy rest, or are we just taking a nappy nap?
A lonky wrist?
Well, long rest would
I'm-
help Rob out, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob is running low on spells, y'all.
I'd be up if it's possible.
Me
If it's
too.
possible, I don't know if it's
Can-
possible.
You can certainly try. You know, there's a scared little cultist mage holding a little door while somebody else tries to
He's
pull it on
already
the other
dead.
side.
Well, he could have given us some better clues.
Could
So kind of
could have. Could
He's
I
been
have
dead for days.
dead
Time
for
here, that's
days?
weird.
Could I have the party roll me a fateful D20? You would prefer to see a low number on this D20.
Who's
One
rolling
time
it?
we need a low number, I would roll high. I'm not
I'll
touching that.
do it.
And this is
Alright.
for the short rest.
Uh,
That's
Oh,
that's the
no.
pretty close to the opposite of a low number. So
no, it is.
your short rest will be disturbed. I think I heard you were trying for a long rest and you were casting your dome.
Yeah,
Um,
Lehman's tiny hut
so
at ritual.
you will be within your dome when you are disturbed, and you can decide whether to emerge from that dome or not. I am going to, and then
It's
after
David
this,
Bowie, we're not going out.
yeah, so you're just not you're gonna ignore what's going on out there.
No, I'm just saying if it's David Bowie.
We can
Well,
see, right?
Oh yeah, you can see
Yeah.
out there. And
I'm gonna just sit
I'm
back
going
and
out
eat
if
more
it's David
nuts.
Bowie.
yeah. So what you see
Oh,
as
David
you're
I
kind
know
of
he's
sitting
playing
there
stuff from the Berlin trilogy.
is the sundial slowly makes its way across the ground. As it does so, it's straightening itself out. You know, all the tooth holes are popping back out, and it just sort of like boop, 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 settles itself back down. All the little things that you've done as you were moving around erase themselves. Everything's reset. All the little hedges come back into place. And once it's all done, you can see north and east, the sundial pieces are there.
What about the Tyrannosaurus Rex poop?
All gone.
Oh,
that's
So-
great.
a lot of poop.
All gone.
Oh.
The complete
It's amazing.
reset.
Time passes. Everything resets. Everything's gone that you had left behind. All little marks. All your
I
little
wonder if
footprints.
we lost our gem locks that we just tried to do.
Everything is now clear and fresh and new. A north and an east shadow await when your dome eventually pops, but you do get the benefits of your short and then your long rests. So everyone,
Hmm.
please go ahead and restore spells, hit points, etc.
Yeah, but I bet you we didn't unlock anything now.
When we first came here, there was only one shadow off of it, so I
Right.
think we still have some progress.
Okay.
Why
And
are
is
my hit points? I'm not gonna.
I wish Roll20 had a long rest button.
Me too.
Yeah.
Corey has a macro he wrote that you can push a button and it does it all. I don't know
Well,
it though.
if we were all as smart as Corey, this would be a better world.
Yeah, probably.
Do-do-do.
All right. I don't know how he did that. I didn't have that API or code.
and so sometime later you set out heading west.
Head
I
west,
think-
young man or women.
And something rather refreshing happens. You
We're
are
in a different-
traveling. You are traveling from east to west. That little barrier that you see behind you isn't really there. And you see a fork. This is like the first proper fork you've actually seen other than that 8-spot sundial. And you can see that there's a bend heading what we're going to call south. And that looks like it leads to a little cubby right there. There's a bend that heads south at the end of this little hallway here. And you can kind of peek around and there's some hallway back going this way. You're like, ooh, we finally reached a proper maze. And I'm going to ask the party
Start
to
of the
go.
maze.
I'm going to ask the party to go ahead and put themselves in marching order as they would be right at about this point for reasons.
On top of show.
Hanging
No,
on for dear life.
I meant in the center, but any
Just-
part in a storm,
Just monkey holding on to
That's
show, just like
offensive.
this is
Ah.
offensive. But I didn't mean it that way. Damn it!
I don't want to be just a port in a storm.
Oh, God, I'm not good at this.
That's evident.
And also for reasons, would everyone please go ahead and click on their character tokens and click on initiative?
Well, I have advantage on this, but I rolled a nat 20 on the first one, so I'm going to keep it.
That's probably fair.
So did my initiative show up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your roll showed up. You didn't go on the tracker because you
That's
didn't
really
click your token
weird.
first.
No, you have to highlight your
But it
token
was
first.
clicked. It was clicked.
How'd you
Roll
turn in
20 would
here?
beg to differ.
Well, I know
And
it's.
was that a
And let's see if
19?
it says it again. It
Oh, got it
says it
that time.
again.
No, you got
No,
it that
it
time.
got it that time.
Great. So it picks the 2 instead of the 19.
No,
I
I
got that.
got you.
Because
I
your
got you
token
updated to
wasn't clicked
19.
on the 19.
Thank you.
No worries. And what you see emerging from the hedge before you, a massive beast made of metal, shaped like a
Oh
bowl,
my gosh.
It's like a hag, only a gorgon.
just like a hag, only a gorgon. It charges towards you. It seems not hindered in the least by having passed through the foliage, and the hedge closes in behind it. Show, I think we are going to hit pause here and pick this one up next week with the Gorgon charging at you down the pathway. Is there anything I should know about the character setup to prepare for this for next week? Because I just can't handle the combat set right now. My
Well,
brain
I'm
would
going to
go.
rage and charge. Is
Okay.
that what you want to know?
Just anything that would be a weird preparation that happens after you all get a long rest that I should remember that would affect a Gorgon charging. Does anybody have anything
No,
up like
it
that?
doesn't
Well,
get to
you said
charge
anything
because I'm
weird,
gonna
I
charge
was-
it first.
Oh yeah, no, I realized it's going to be a headbutt run coming at each other more than likely, but yeah, awesome.
You said anything weird and I was good, and then you said that would affect the game, and then I'm like,
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a druid, so
yeah.
everything.
some
Yeah.
from column A, some from column B.
Did
All
you
right.
dream
can
yourself
cast-
I do
into a
not know
giant tree?
what Sam ate tonight, but it is terrible. I just have to tell you that.
I
We're very
can
grateful we
cast,
can hear sounds but not transmit
It-
smells.
If I'm
Yeah,
fast
that's
enough, I
good.
can. Sorry.
Yep, good. Yes.
If I'm fast enough, I can cast Charm Monster. Does that count?
That would not be something that you had up ahead of time. It would be things like if you were doing a pass without trace or invisible, like something that would affect the start of combat.
Wall of stone.
Well,
really
that would
just
be a
do
I mean,
reaction.
I have a giant wall. I have a giant wall of stone, but I don't know if I would
Carrying that
definitely-
around. So that's where we'll bring it to a close this evening. We will pick back up in the hedge maze of Zonthal's Tower with a Gorgon charging at the party. If you liked what you've been hearing and you would like to join us for some games, do feel free to hop into the Discord with us. We've been 20 sides to every story, playing our way through Tyranny of Dragons. And I know Friday we've got the community campaign. Tomorrow night I'm gonna guess we're gonna be doing one of the horror gameplays that Alex does, but I'm not sure. But come by, hang out, have some fun. There's some 7 Days to Die nonsense going on at the moment, some Minecraft as well, and other games and such hanging about. Hope everybody's having an awesome time, and I'll wave goodbye, and then I'm gonna try and find the stop streaming button. Oh, before that, I should check and see if we got any of our friends out there who are online looking for a raid. I see Praetor's Rejects. Let's go ahead and go hey to them. Praetor's. Rejects. You're right. I did it right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You did it.
Bye.
Did it.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
things have been done.